Hello,
Among Us.
everybody.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
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 Welcome
Let's
back
I s-
to our Among Us stream.
Among
no,
Us.
Yeah.
no.
What game is this?
I mean,
Among
it
I'm
Us.
can be
sorry.
Among
I'm sorry. I thought this
here.
was the little game where we all have to run frantically around, solve tasks, and try not to kill each other.
I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah,
any
that
D and
is
D
D and
game
D,
can
but like,
be Among Us if you do PvP.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
Want to start a
there's an
fight?
idea. It's taking every piece of free will that I have not to say the fucking copy pasta again.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do
I
it.
Do it.
can't.
Do
I
it. Do it. Do
can't. I
it. Do it.
have
Do it. Do it.
no. I need to have self-control. I can't just go like number 15 Burger King foot lettuce the entire rest of the stream.
Good.
all right, yeah. Let's
All right.
All right.
Gunter, what do you have for us right now?
So vibes, honestly. Um, you have all left the little fort. You escaped your little fight with Miss Ulricke.
Do we need a Giuseppe recap?
You are going to do a Giuseppe recap, which
Okay.
I'm about to hand the floor to you actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
great. I
you
don't want to
left.
interrupt your little intro, though, so tell
Yeah,
me when to do it.
you are in the wild currently. You have departed from the road slightly to reduce the chances of you being followed. And to give everyone a reminder of what went down last session, Giuseppe, take it away.
All right, everybody. Last time on Journey to Midnight, Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle Frontiers, the
Oh,
Archduke,
Jesus.
roll initiative, horse sense approved, cannon. The horse is going to fucking kick Ulrika. They are stabbing the horse. Gerard's spiritual weapon, a bigger, ghostly gun. Yume's getting into it too. Lady is kicking ass. Fucking demolishes a man that cracks him like a watermelon. Guy shoots at Ray, fucks it up. How do you miss a horse? Ekaterina is touching the axe. She didn't beef it. Ulrika makes the worst fucking sound I've ever heard. Giuseppe thinks he's one. Giuseppe thinks she's one freaky broad, gonna move away slowly and not attack Ulrika. He casts a spell of glowing horse. Ray, glowing naked, deals 5 damage with a scimitar. Yume, Lady, Giuseppe get a plus 1d4 to damage thanks to Gerard. Shoot Ray in the dick, doesn't even make a mark. Yume's tackled to the ground, getting chomped. The girls are biting. Giuseppe, holy knife. Ulrika, blood mist. Gross. Hey Gerard, what the fuck? The touch of rotting death? Giuseppe gets bitch slapped. It happens. Lady continues to bush men like a pasta extruder. Ray got shot in the tit. This is turning into a fucking bar fight. People just punching each other and forgetting the literal blessed weapons. Elfcock related trauma. Ekaterina gets the old hit and crit, baby. Woo! They keep missing Ray's dick. Giuseppe scares Ulrika and she's below half health. Ulrika fucking runs away. We have the axe, but oh my god. Ray has to put on the maid dress to walk back to town. We stole horses and now we have to go back to Mazov.
Bravo. Very
Bravo.
good.
We did in fact steal horses.
We did steal
You
horses.
did in fact steal horses.
Can't believe
yes.
you left off the Who's Evangeline bit though.
Dude, I was dying. I don't remember when that happened.
It happened at
Oh,
the very end.
Okay.
That was the last thing that was
Oh
literally
yeah,
That was
said.
the
well,
literal
I mean,
last thing that was
okay,
said.
okay, but I knew that that was going to come up in this episode, so I figured we would get an immediate reminder.
She's right.
You got a
So-
point there. All right, I'll let you have that.
All right. Thank you, Giuseppe, for the wonderful recap. Now that we are all caught up,
Thanks,
you
strange
all
bodied voice in my head.
you are all trotting through the woods on your nice little horsies that were stolen from the archducal military. You have been revealed as spies and thieves, so you can't just go back to the city. And you know that you just need to head south and link back up with Mr. Bolkonsky and his army. That will probably take you by horse, I'd say 2 days, maybe 3, or you write a little while. Uh, whatever formation
For
you're
enough
writing in, if
battle
you care,
montage.
I will let you choose. Uh, the woods are sort of quiet. There are people with horses.
Horsey.
You do feel eyes on you constantly.
Hmm.
It's because
I'll
Ray's in a maid
even
dress.
That's
The
true.
wolves are looking.
Wait,
The wolves
I-
are looking.
I thought we got Ray a different outfit.
Did we get Ray a different outfit? I don't
We
remember.
did. We did. I just
Where-
made the
hey,
joke
guys,
that
wait.
you may
It is. I
still
will
have the
let
maid
Ray
dress.
decide if he wants to wear the maid dress or not.
I don't.
Well, I think
the maid
we
dress would
decided
fit,
last
Ray.
fetch it didn't fit.
Yeah.
And I think he just stole some pants off of a dead guy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, theft.
All right. I have set the stage. I will let you all decide how this goes. You may have your conversation.
Oh, we're making decisions.
You're making
Yeah.
decisions.
Oh no, I need time. Hold on. I have no ideas. I must think of one.
Wait.
Well,
I
You can go
think.
first.
I was about to
I
say, I
know
think
there
Yume
were
and
there were a couple of people, specifically Ray and Yume, who told me they needed to have a conversation, but
Yes. Yes.
floor's open.
Yeah.
Because like at the very end of last session, you may in bat form sat her little self on Ray's shoulder and said, "Who's Evangeline?"
Ah, yes, that's how you ended it. Okay.
Yeah, so this entire conversation is happening in bat.
Yeah, no,
You're in the
it's
back?
important that everyone knows that this is in bat language.
Hold on. Can vampires
In
speak in
Batley.
bat?
Of course
They
can.
can
I mean,
transform
he's-
into
I
a
was about to
bat.
say, it
They're
actually
logic
makes sense.
dictates that they can talk into a bat.
Yeah, we established this last
Hold
time.
on. I'm going to check.
We established this last session, I swear, Gunter, I promise.
Yeah, I remember this.
While in bat form, the vampire can't speak.
Yeah, but she's not speaking a human language. Okay, here's what they're trying to do. Ray is a druid. He can communicate with animals. She has transformed into an animal, and she is not speaking as a human, but she can communicate as a bat because, in all manner, including physical, she is now a bat. So we can't understand her, but Ray could be able to because he is a druid. Is that correct?
Logic,
I'll allow
yes.
this.
Okay. I was about to say, I was like, there is think of a way to excuse that she can't, unless she is a bat that doesn't know how to talk like a bat.
Bat.
Bat. Echolocation.
So she's squeaking.
Squeak, squeaker, squeaking.
Squeaker. You
Oh,
were on the same page. Actually.
Important context for you, Miss Yume.
Okay.
Anything you are wearing transforms with you, so good to know that you will have your clothes on when you turn back from bat to vampire.
Yeah.
This does not apply to anything you are carrying.
Okay, so somebody else has
I
to
don't
have my
know-
stuff.
Yes.
I
Like
mean, you could have
any
left it in like a saddlebag.
We could just say that Lady made Gerard carry it like she does her axe.
He has.
Fair. All right.
Okay.
Yes,
You
aside
ready?
From that,
You ready,
may take
Yume?
it away.
Oh yeah, take it away.
All right. So we did leave off with, of course, who is Evangeline?
Evangeline?
Ray is immediately going to hesitate. Of course, he's riding a horse, so it doesn't really translate. He's going to place a hand over his side and kick his horse to speed up and kind of get out of kind of get away from everybody else, just enough where it's not suspicious, but like also to have a little bit of privacy. Um, and he's gonna say, Evangeline, she was my world.
You swear she gets this teeny tiny little smile across her face. Like, yes,
Her
she's a
fat
bat, but
face.
you can tell. Yes, she's a bat, but you can tell she's got a little bit of a smile there. But then it disappears. She's frowning again. She's gone, isn't she? I thought I saw it in your eyes before.
Ray gives a slight nod and says, Yeah, yeah. I lost her a while ago. Her and never mind.
Yeah, she's quiet for a moment before she speaks again. My parents, they both died 15 years ago. Some men broke into our house and, well, anyway, I was the only one who managed to get out. She makes a gesture with her wing, and any light that hits it, you can almost see where fur isn't growing quite the way it should. Like, that would be like where her burn scars are. It kind of translated into her bat form. I'm not trying to compare myself to you, of course. I just mean, I know what that feels like when someone important to you is taken far too soon. Like a wound that can never really heal, isn't it?
Some wounds heal, others stick around like scars do on your body. Some are internal, can't be seen by others. Being a half elf, I was outcasted in certain circles. My father loved me no matter what. My mother loved me as much as she could, a half breed, never visited her much. I stayed in the swamps with Pa until he got taken. He holds up his forearms, and there's faint marks circling them, like rope burns. Lost into a gator when we was out hunting. Biggest gator we'd ever seen. Knocked us out the boat, lost my pa, but I didn't lose that gator. Pulled that sorry son of a bitch's dead hide to the nearest town along with my father's body. And he paused for a moment. Come to think of it, you've actually seen the gator. I made his hide into a suit.
That the tiny smile comes back again.
Oh!
Holy shit. He wore that.
Sometimes
yeah.
you just want to wear the skin
Oh.
of your father's murderer.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm eating a salad right now. This is crazy, man. Keep going.
So that tiny smile comes back again. It's quite a beast then. I'm impressed. That must have been quite a feat. And Evangeline? When did you meet her?
Ray chuckles. If you believe this, I actually met her father first. He spotted me coming into the village. I'd walked over 40 miles to make it from the swamps with a dead 13-foot gator and a dead man with his arm missing. I was covered in just about everything from mud to blood to swamp water. Took me into his home and let me bathe. He tilts his head back into the sun and lets a smile break out across his face as he closes his eyes. I was in the wash tub when she came in. Didn't know who she was. All I knew is that she was beautiful. Full of piss and vinegar, she smarted off to her old man. Hair was blacker than night, skin warm, bronzed by the sun. Freckles danced across her face like stars. And her eyes, oh, her eyes, deep brown that pulled you in and made you feel whole.
She's definitely got a much more genuine smile on her face now. You know, One of my older brothers always told me that those we lose who mean the most to us, they never really leave us. And she points a wing at his forehead. He always said they just live up here now, in our memories and in our dreams. Those parts of them are inscribed into our very souls. And she looks thoughtful at this point. I never really thought much of it before. I was so young when my parents died. I have trouble remembering what their faces looked like sometimes. But listening to you, I wonder if there's something in it after all.
I think there's some truth to it. However, I think it's different for everyone depending on how and when they lost someone. I was 20 when I lost Pa, and lost Evangeline and Lewis by 24. Didn't have them for nearly as long, but the love I had for them was different. It hurt in a different way, and it still does. I never wanted them to leave or have them leave me in the way they did, but we don't always get to choose how we lose someone.
She takes a moment to think about this. Um, she kind of nods. Indeed. Wonder what they would say if they could see us now. I always felt my parents would be so disappointed to see what I'd become, but recently I'm not sure.
Well, I think they'd be proud. If they aren't, that just means they don't know what they're missing in terms of their own child. Over here trying to change the world. He looks down, shoulders slumping slightly. I just wish I could have seen my own child grown up. Wish I could have been with Evangeline more. Those weren't the cards I was dealt. And I've been told I got a shit poker face anyway.
You you little bat nose wrinkle when he says that last bit. Now, I'll make sure my brothers don't drag you into a card game if you ever meet them. And thank you. That means a lot to me. Do me a favor. Hold on to those memories, Ray. I always thought Blake was right about that part. In a way, they'll always be with you if you just remember them.
Ray reaches a hand up, scratches Yume behind her little bat ears. You do me a favor in
Little
return.
bad ears.
Live. Doesn't matter if it's Yume the human or Yume the vampire. Just live for every day and every tomorrow that comes. Find your Evangeline.
I think she answers that, but you definitely feel her little claws like give you a bit of a squeeze before she flies off back to the rest of the group.
It's a good little talk.
Bravo.
Hey, that was good.
And then the Downton Abbey opening starts playing.
I was about to say, I was like, are you singing the national anthem?
No, it's the Princess and the Frog song.
I'm stupid. I can't ever
Alina.
say I'm not stupid.
Alina, that is the national anthem.
Yeah, that
Oh,
is the
that's
national
true, yeah,
anthem.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Bravo, both of you. That was very good.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
You made Alina cry into her salad.
Yep, still doing it. Still eating salad, still crying.
Still eating salad.
Little tear salad.
Well, I'm glad we did our jobs well.
Yes.
I'll get y'all back.
So now one of you has unlocked Ray's backstory. Nobody else has.
And Ray has unlocked a part of Yume's.
Alyssa, quick question.
Sure.
Who do you land on?
I think, is Giuseppe wearing a hat?
Yeah, he's got his top hat on. He's traveling.
Yeah, she's gonna sit on his hat.
All right. You noticed this because your passive perception is now a 17.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
God damn.
you hear Ekaterina stifle a sniffle.
Oh
What
shit,
is-
she
oh,
understood
shit.
all of that.
Oh no! Oh no! She also speaks bat!
Fuck! Fuck! Oh my god!
It's not just that. Her passive perception is a 17.
My god.
Oh my god!
You
And she
heard
also
all
has a
of it.
perception modifier of +7.
Oh my god!
Yeah, same as you, man.
Yep. So there's no way she did not hear at least part of that.
Oh shit.
She cried. She's crying for.
She has a little sniff.
Holy shit, can't
She's
believe
having a little sniffle.
I didn't even think about that. You sneaky. You didn't say anything about her being like listening in.
I mean,
Sneaky.
Gotta remember your party
Sneaky
composition.
Gunter.
vampire.
Sneaky Gunter. Sneaky little
Miss-
man.
Monsieur Katerina.
Anyway,
Catalina wouldn't do anything to you. She is a baby who just likes sweets.
I too
She's
like
a nice
sweets.
lady.
Anyway,
I trust her.
what's on the agenda? What's on the rest of the agenda, Mr. Gunter?
I was going to let anyone else in the group have a life-changing field trip with Zuko if they wanted to.
Oh shit. Does
Uh,
anybody else need a
does any-
life-changing field trip?
Does anyone want to talk to each other? Does anyone want to talk to Yekaterina? We
I
just
will
hide
say-
until we reach camp.
I will say I think Gerard is good. How about everyone else?
Lady's chilling.
Lady Ball.
Well, what's
I think-
Giuseppe up to?
I think upon hearing Ekaterina sniff, I don't know if he really realizes that she's like crying. I think he assumes it's allergies. But he pulls a little pocket hanky. It is embroidered with his initials. He pulls a little pocket hanky out from his coat and he hands it over like hey kid, you need a hanky? Sounds like you got a case of the sniffles. You're doing all right?
Thank you, Mr. Giuseppe. I greatly appreciate it. She blows her nose a little bit, wipes away the sniffles. No, no allergies. I am undead, so I do not get those. I am fine. Thank you for your time.
You listen, that stunt you pulled back there with the axe was is pretty badass, as they say in the field, you know.
Thank you. To tell you the truth, I did not know if I was going to die in that moment.
You and me both, kid, huh? Listen,
Oh my god.
it turned out okay though, you know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just am apparently the god-chosen ruler of my country. No pressure.
You hear you may give a little bat snort.
Hey,
My
Alyssa, what does
parents
that
would
bat
tell
snort
me-
sound like?
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Show us.
Make the
No,
worst
do
sound
show
you
do
can
us.
Foley
right
work.
now.
Do Foley
Show
work.
us.
Yeah, just
Alyssa, get
No.
on
Alyssa,
camera
sound like-
right now. Get caught
No.
in 4K.
No.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, go
Sarah,
for
you
it,
do
Sarah.
it.
Do it.
Yeah,
And that
that
is
was
in
it.
fact canon. That is canon. That is
That's
what
all
Yume sounds
bats
like.
sound like.
There we
now,
go. Hey, I think that
Um,
damaged my sinuses.
And now you know why I didn't want to do it.
It's okay. I'm willing to take this. I'm willing to take this burden for you, like Christ on the cross.
Yeah.
Speaking of Christ on the cross,
just-
He's here.
He's
What?
Jesus.
Visas?
Oh,
Jesus?
Birch.
Are we gonna go
Jesus.
see Visas Christ Superstar?
Yeah.
Jesus
That's Jesus Christ Wooperstar.
Oh, sorry,
Superstar.
Visas
Jesus-
Weist
Oh.
Jesus Christ
Wooperstar.
Wooperfor.
Just say Jesus Christ.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway, as if that's actual. Anyway,
Oh my god.
my Ekaterina and Giuseppe. Yes. Sorry, we got off track.
No, I'm sorry, that was on me.
You no, you're good. That was very funny. Have
Go
you?
ahead.
First off, it's very funny that you called me kid. I'm only 50 years old, but I appreciate the gesture. Have you ever been raised by your family with expectation far beyond who you are as a person?
Giuseppe pauses for a second and he goes, not by my family, no, but I can relate to I can relate to that feeling. Yeah.
Eh, did I tell you about my family? I don't know if I mentioned it at all.
I'm
If
trying to remember if I feel like there was some exposition. I think I was there for it.
I'm fairly certain you got exposition.
Yeah.
But like we didn't get it from her, did we?
Yeah, like just general knowledge. I think
Yeah.
Giuseppe did well on. Giuseppe is well connected.
Oh,
It
that's
my
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
my
Giuseppe kind of knew.
family, the Romanovna, we grew allegedly. So the lore goes, we were one of the first families to fight alongside Mikhail, the founder
He's
of Rus.
oh yeah, he's a big dude, right?
He's the founder of the whole country,
Yeah.
or he was until he decided to take the final sleep.
Oh, he beefed it.
And
Sorry, is that's
no,
just respectful. You can sorry. Tell me to shut up.
no, you're fine. I don't really care. He he vampires have a choice they can make where if eternal life turns out to weigh on them very heavily, they can decide to go to sleep and never wake up again. That is what Mikhail did. So the history goes, he ruled the country for 100 years, and then decided it was time for him to pass the torch. Speak. He chose his successor, his his son by vampirism, who turned out to not be so worthy, and that was him worthy is how everyone discovered that the holy artifacts would in fact burn you to a crisp if you tried to touch them.
Track.
What my family has to do with this is even when Mikhail passed, we continued as a very respected. Can you guys hear me fine? I just noticed my connection.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, we can
Okay.
hear you.
Yeah, you just it was not enough to make you not understandable, so you're good.
Gotcha. Okay. Even when Mikhail passed, my family continued as a very prominent, as a very powerful and respected clan in the aristocracy. We fought the Tsardam's wars, signed many of its treaties, served as advisors to many czars. Never tried to take for ourselves. We were a bit smarter than that. This this went on for a long time, really, all the way up to my turning, and a little bit after that. The previous czar in the as part of the very Byzantine and related politics of the court ended up deciding that we were no longer worthy of the imperial favor. The thing with riches and power and prestige is that while it also gives you respect, it also gives you many enemies regardless of how you carry yourself. These enemies were able to see us banished, stripped of our titles. My parents thought it was the worst thing ever. I think we were lucky just to have our heads. And we went to a few places before eventually settling in Avalon. And the Durhans took us in. Did did fairly well with them. Miss Cecilia is a very good friend of mine. Throughout this entire time, my parents started to become
We left them
my
behind too.
there. Cecilia will be fine. She's too much of a spitfire to be caught up by the authorities of the city, I assure you of that.
You hear another little bat snort.
My parents, from the very start of our exile, were obsessed with undoing this exile. Reasonable enough. Then it turned into claiming the throne for ourselves. And the reason they thought they had a snowball's chance in hell of doing this was for my eyes. If you have all noticed this in passing, most vampires' eyes are red.
Right.
Yume's are red. The main difference is since you're a dreamwalker, your eyes are red with stars in them.
Yeah.
Ekaterina's eyes are purple, which that's not unheard of. And since she's having this conversation with Giuseppe, you're about to get that exposition. Have you heard of the royal eyes, Giuseppe? Have you heard that term before?
The royal eyes?
The royal eyes.
Can I roll to see if I've heard of the royal eyes?
Sure.
That would be a history.
Yeah, she is about to tell you if you don't know.
I know, but I like to unnecessarily gamify my experience. Yeah, that's a plus 3 in
the
history.
royal eyes.
Yeah, that's a 16. I might have heard of him.
You
Royal
know
eyes. We've all seen them.
Yeah,
you know what the royal eyes
the
are.
royal eyes. We've all seen them. I say, yeah, the royal eyes. We all know about them.
Okay, good. That makes this a bit easier. When I was turned, I got these eyes. And it is considered a sign of divine favor among the midnight aristocracy. Had we not been exiled, it would have likely seen me have very easy access towards the halls of power thing, maybe even advising the Tsar. The reason people with these eyes have such prestige and ease of access to power, they're the eyes that Mikhail had.
Oh, he had like the purple peepers too.
The purple peepers, yes.
Yeah, the purple peepers. We all know them.
He was a one-eyed, one-horn, people leader.
Okay, so I wasn't the only one. Okay.
No. Alyssa just voiced it first.
Oh my god. Okay. Yes. Parents were always very proud. I was turned with these eyes and made me quite a talker at the court and the subject of many propositions. You see her wrinkle her nose at this. When we became exiled, this pride turned into an obsession. If I have the purple eyes, that means I am divinely favored. Surely that means I could be used to reclaim our power and even more. Day in, day out. Yekaterina, what is your duty to the family? Yekaterina, why did you go out into the town today dressed like that? Yekaterina, that is no way for a lady to sit. Yekaterina, your voice is wrong. Imagine that for 20 years straight.
That's one hell of a life,
She
kid.
she acts hoping it would kill me. Because then that would mean I wouldn't have to find out if I actually was going to live up to those expectations.
Giuseppe,
But
oh, go ahead. I have things to say, but I want you to be done with your speech first.
sorry, it's so long.
No,
It's
you
a
please go ahead. I love learning about things. Tell me more.
reason I decided to see if I could hold the axe. For all that I told you about my exile from the country, my parents, and their demands of me, this is my homeland, and I do love it, regardless of how long I've been away. To myself, the worst that happens is I die, and it's not my problem anymore. If I am worthy of the axe, maybe I can do something. Falling in with you was not part of the plan at all, but here we are.
Is that her speech?
That is her speech.
Okay, great. Giuseppe, I think especially after she said that part of her wanted to be destroyed when she grabbed the axe because then she wouldn't have to like live up to it. The maneuver that he pulls on his horse is a little bit funny looking because he does shift around to like almost be looking head on at her, but like still in the saddle. And he waits for her to finish, and uh he says, "You know something, that's a lot of pressure to live under." And my story is obviously much different from yours, but I understand the type of expectation that can come with trying to be great and feeling like you never quite hit it. But here's the thing, whether or not you were destined to rule, whether or not that's something that was bestowed upon you by your family, or God Himself, they aren't the people who can decide what you're capable of. That's you. And I don't know, from what I've seen, magical acts or not, I think you got what it takes.
She gets a little wistful smile on her face. You're the second person to tell me that.
Who was the first?
Cece, I think she would like you.
And she's smart.
Certainly do. She reaches over from her horse. I'm assuming you two are riding next to each other.
I would
And
assume
gives
so.
you
It would be
a-
a little silly if they were riding far apart. No
Ju-
one can tell you who you are. Not even God.
Giuseppe, they're riding one in front of the other. Giuseppe's just sitting backwards on his horse.
Oh my god, like a cool teacher.
Yeah, hey,
He's
Like
got
a
like his
cool
arms
teacher.
crossed over the
hey,
horse's
actually,
ass.
Gunter, canon,
No.
canon. He's sitting
Oh,
backwards on the
well,
horse.
okay.
He's a cool teacher.
Oh my god. All right.
It's really good.
She gives you a pat on the shoulder. What about you? I can't just throw my life story on you without hearing you out too.
Giuseppe kind of laughs and takes his trusty cigar out of one of his pockets, along with a matchbook, and lights it up. It's just weed in there.
Oh my god.
Say that one more time.
It's just weed in there. Fun fact about me as a person.
Do you have a weed cigar?
Yeah,
I think that's called a blunt.
Yeah, listen.
It's just called a blunt.
No. Let her
Giuseppe
say
is a
it.
gentleman. It's a stogie. Okay?
It's a.
Oh
my god.
I mean, I'll just let you have a fine cigar if you want one.
No, she wants the
here's,
weed.
Yeah, no. Here's the great thing you need to know about my D&D characters. All of them, as a rule, I make them plus size because I think that there needs to be more representation. 2,
Yeah.
every time they smoke something, it's just weed.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
Smoke weed
That is
every
not
day.
an
Smoke
impression,
weed
but
every
yeah.
day.
Mostly because I think it's funny. Also, I think it's even more funny to have them smoking something like a cigarette and just say, "But it's weed in there." So
But
yeah,
it's weed.
No, yeah,
but
it is
yeah,
always
but it's weed
funnier.
in there.
It's a finely rolled cigar with a stamp and everything, but it is just
It's
It's
just
a jazz cigar.
it's a jazz. Anyway,
It's about the notes
Alright.
you don't play. All right, go
that
on.
good old Halfling type
Halfling
weed.
weed.
You get it.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. So
You like your cigar, your weed
yeah,
gar.
yeah, my weed gar. I love that Pokemon. Yeah, Giuseppe takes a few puffs off his cigar. And he says, listen, I don't know if there's even that much to tell. I've been a detective of sorts for about as long as I can remember, and I've been wandering mostly. I of course got the wife at home in Etreria. She's light of my life, love it a bits, Mrs. Von Ma. I keep in touch. I try to see her when I can, but work has me on the road a lot. I'm I guess what you could call a simple kind of guy,
Simple is sometimes good.
So when Giuseppe says he's been a detective for as long as he can remember, all I can imagine is like a very small Encyclopedia Brown-esque Giuseppe
Mm-hmm.
and like his childhood.
Mm-hmm.
But I have this bad feeling that isn't something I'm supposed to make a funny haha child detective joke out of, and I realize it may have something to do with his backstory. So I'm gonna be quiet now.
Yeah,
didn't
I
you know
would.
he was Harriet the Spy?
Yeah, he was Harriet
Yeah,
the Spy.
I just want to point out for Twitch's sake that if you've done the math, Giuseppe told Yume that he was 50, but he's also said that he's been on the force for 45 years.
Yeah, because he's Encyclopedia Brown.
So he's been a detective since he was 5 years old.
He's Batman. Anyway,
He's Detective Conan.
I thought I
He's
was supposed to
Detective
be
Conan.
solving the mysteries here.
Okay, that's all
Okay.
the child joke I have. Go on.
Jesus. visas.
Good now. Maybe. Possibly. We'll see.
Ekaterina stares at the cigar for a second, blinks. What is that?
She doesn't know about weed.
You should give her some.
Giuseppe's like, oh, it's just a little something to take the edge off. You want some?
Take that. That must be the common people speak. He takes the cigar, takes a puff. If you can't hear, she is wheeze coughing.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Gerard kind of like
hate that-
looks over his shoulder back at them, like, and raises an eyebrow, like, hello?
She's like, sorry, pardon me. Undead lungs, you have to consciously do this. She does it again and is much more deliberate about it. She does it like a fucking champ this time.
Hot damn, she learns quick.
Takes the deepest like inhale of that smoke and she lets
Yeah.
it out in fucking rings.
Yeah, it does the cartoon thing where like half of the cigar like pulls in and it's just ash.
Holy shit.
God.
Giuseppe thinks it's intensely funny.
She just shrugs. Like tobacco, but different flavor, and passes it back to you. She's an undead vampire. Weed's not gonna do anything for her, sadly.
Damn.
Damn.
Immune
She's
to
got to do
weed.
shit that would kill us to get high.
That's true. She's on ketamine.
Jesus.
We can't bring ketamine into our
We can't bring ketamine
campaign.
into our campaign. You're right.
Official
It'll come
disclosure,
up in
we
my
do not
campaign,
encourage
no.
We
any
do not
drug use
encourage.
at
Hi,
all.
we're all of legal age, and we do not encourage the use of drugs. Say no to drugs,
do that.
kids. Unless
Haha,
it's
yeah.
a cool one.
Yeah, a cool drug that knows
Yeah,
your
what's
parents.
a cool
that-
drug?
A cool drug that you would take
Jesus
home to your
Christ.
parents.
Yeah.
Which
Oh my
would not be
God.
Special K.
God. All right. Anyway,
Yeah, anyway.
Giuseppe hands you a blunt.
Giuseppe takes the.
Giuseppe,
Go ahead.
you're. Pardon me if I'm asking too much. You say you're from Etruria, but your accent, I've heard it from a few merchants traveling from the New World. And if that is not my business, then feel free to say so. But you wouldn't happen to be from what is that city called? What did they? The Bigger Apple?
Oh my god.
Giuseppe looks somewhere beyond the tree branches, and he says, "Has anyone ever told you that you're pretty astute?"
In my line of work, you have to be. And also, she has a passive perception of 17 and a plus 17 regular perception. She's gonna pick up on that.
Yeah. He says, "Well, I am a Trarian by, I guess you could say, heritage. But yeah, I grew up in the Bigger Apple."
Oh shit.
What was it
Damn.
like?
What?
What was it like? The Bigger Apple.
Oh, you know, like the normal apple, but a little bit bigger.
Why do they call it the Bigger Apple? Is there a Big Apple?
Maybe in another world away, there's a bigger apple. I mean, a big apple. But I knew those streets as those of the Bigger Apple.
I am enjoying this, but also, my God. All right. You became a detective there, or after you came here? Again, if I am prying, do feel free to just say so.
Giuseppe looks not quite embarrassed, but also not quite comfortable. Like he's trying to speak about something that he's somewhat come to terms with, but also tries to leave in the past. And he says, I became a detective there. I was a boy.
She picks up on the discomfort. Well, you know what they say, fear an old man in a young man's profession. You seem like you know your business.
At one time,
As you,
I thought I knew my business. Yeah.
I can relate to that statement. As you guys are having these conversations, you are still making your way through the woods on horseback. When you left the fort, it was around probably early afternoon. You've been riding for a good few hours now, and the sun.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh.
oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, we
no.
lost
No.
our son.
There he goes.
And the sun disconnects from Discord call.
The sun is setting. The session's over. Goodbye.
Oh
Okay, sun.
no.
Goodbye.
All right.
I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah, I am fine. I don't know what happened. Internet didn't disconnect or anything.
I was about to
Discord
say the
decided
internet, your
to.
connection didn't flinch. You just like got booted out of the call.
It's a
Goddamn.
little
Okay,
funny.
anarchy, I guess. Um,
Yeah. Hey, if the dungeon master doesn't show back up in 15 minutes.
Fun fact, Alyssa, this is not in fact a university class.
Oh man.
F.
F.
All right. You were saying the sun is setting.
As I take a big sippy. The sun is starting to sink lower in the sky. I want all of you to roll perception.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay.
no. Hey, lady, what's your perception? I asked,
I
but
totally-
she knows.
All right.
I want it known that I've had
my.
my character sheet and everything open, but
Ooh.
I just now realized I wasn't in the roll 20.
Oh no.
Same.
Please excuse
Actually,
me.
You don't have to roll a d. You don't have to roll in the d20. I don't have it open.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
Cool.
will.
gonna roll in
Never
the
mind. I'll just
will-
roll
D20.
in the.
Well, Giuseppe got a 17.
Rolling a perception.
Yes.
Lady got a 16.
Ray got an 8.
26.
Hold on just a sec.
Oh god.
Wait. Ray's fucking recovering from that emotional time he had.
Well, I was gonna say he's got the secondhand fumes from Giuseppe and is just in it, man.
All right. So as you are all riding, you notice the sun starting to get lower. You have all felt like you were being watched throughout the entire thing, and you were able to just chuck it up to just like at simple wildlife, that sort of thing, maybe even nerves from having had a combat very recently. The feeling is much more intense now that the sun is starting to set. And several of you type out what rolls you got in the chat, please.
I got you.
Someone? Okay. All right. So basically, everyone but Ray, who is still thinking about his dearly
No,
deceased wife.
here's what's happened. Ray is taking a nap.
Aw.
Ray said, enough, enough. I'm taking a little snooze. Good night.
Grief is exhausting.
Ray has just closed his eyes
Ray's
and
having
is
himself a little nap. Nappy.
yeah.
Everyone but Ray notices staring at you in the distance from a distance a creature that stands on all four limbs. The vampires among you are able to make this out. No eyes,
Oh,
but
Bad.
and a maw of ferocious looking teeth. It looks like something out of what's a good word? Yeah, I don't like to use them, but I'll use them. If I had our parlance, it would look like something out of a Lovecraft novel.
a what?
A Lovecraft novel.
Novel.
You
Yeah.
know, Cthulhu.
Oh,
So
It is
basically
horrifying
Lovecraft
to you
is
in a it is horrifying to you in a cosmic way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Physically itself, it is like not that extraordinary. It is like a creature with very clammy looking skin, that sort of thing. Looks like it would be a predator, claws, all that. But the aura it gives is of something that does not belong in this world.
Don't like that.
don't like that at
Remember
all.
what I told you guys a few times about people not being able to travel by themselves?
Yes. Especially at night.
Mhm.
That's
Oh my
part of the
god.
reason why.
It is the wolves.
Oh my god.
Gerard leans over and he's like, "Lady, that's not a fucking wolf."
Are you sure?
Yes. I
Take a
yes.
better sniff.
No, I just know, lady, I don't want to sniff it. I know that's not a wolf, but I think you should not treat it like how you want to treat wolves either, which is
This thing would probably devour a wolf if it happened to spy one. It would devour you too.
a nasty creature.
But you consider that there is another option besides treat it like a wolf.
Well, you would treat a wolf by trying to pet it and make it your little funny boy.
What
Well,
is
yes, isn't that the
I'm-
logical conclusion?
No, I need you to kill that.
Ray's gonna come up in this conversation like, "What are you guys looking at?"
Oh,
It's a good image.
We are
Ray,
talking
wake
about
up.
the very good boy over there.
Ray, wake
So
up.
here is a good
The
reference
what?
for what it looks like. I'm posting it in the Discord.
Oh,
Oh,
that's not a dog. That's not a dog.
that's
That's
not a
not a dog.
dog.
That's not a dog. That's not a dog.
Not a dog.
This is
But
some
it could
Stranger
be a
Things
dog.
bullshit.
It is not.
It's
Hey,
not a
isn't
dog.
this from that Love, Death, and Robots clip? Yeah, I know that one.
Culture and
Okay.
taste.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
about to say, I know him.
For everyone at home, imagine, okay. Imagine the face looks like a clam with teeth, and then it looks like noodle arms, and then like the back half looks like dog. It's unpleasant.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah.
Love, Death and Robots is very good. You should go watch it. That's not an official endorsement, just a very good show. Anyway,
Sponsor us.
it is staring at you, even though it has no eyes, and you feel its gaze upon you. It reminds you of how it felt to be in Heinrich von Kreutzwald's dream when that thing started chasing you.
Oh no!
Oh, interesting.
You all continue on. Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I've been wanting to reveal this to you for 15 sessions, and now's the perfect time because you know what? It's the first time you've been in wilderness moving slowly.
Damn, it feels like that would have happened before now, but it is the first time, huh?
Yep. So
So it doesn't
you all,
attack us, it's just watching?
it's just watching.
Ugh, scary. Worse.
You're in a group.
Oh shit.
What?
Oh, it only gets you if you're alone.
Yeah.
Bad. I really hate that it still makes itself known. I'm gonna keep hating that. Please continue with your narration. I'm sorry.
You all keep moving along. You notice it staying with you, almost if it's as if it's hoping one of you will break away. But eventually you seem to pass some sort of threshold and it leaves you alone. By this point, the sun has fully set. It is nighttime. To your immense relief, the moon is full. And you
When the
find
moon hits
yeah.
your eye like a
Like
big pizza pie at the
Hey.
morning.
My god. Yeah.
Lady's going to like slowly look at Gerard, and she's going to go, you know, it has been quite a while since I have gone hunting.
Lady. Adjusting. Be direct in your words.
I think I want to hunt that.
I don't know, lady. And he kind of like puts a hand on her shoulder and he's like, I trust your skill and ferocity. However, we do sadly have things to do. Um, and I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should do that. Yeah, I would rather cry
But
all
Gerard,
night
you could
in front
come
of
with
you.
me.
No, I don't want to.
As you are having this conversation, you have exited the woods, come out onto a field, and you find a nice flat spot of ground for you to make camp. You all eventually decide that this is a good place to stop for the night, so you can get some sleep and food. I will let you guys decide the details of your little camp however you wish. While you are doing
Alright,
that,
who's sharing tents? Call your
you
teams.
yeah, while you are
No,
doing that,
hold on.
you will
Hold on, no, this is
occasionally.
important.
You know the sound the flood makes in Halo?
No, I don't
No.
know.
No, no one here has played Halo. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I just want to
Fine.
Master Chief. I've never played Halo,
No,
actually.
no.
I'm a
Gunter.
fake fan.
Yeah, Gunter, do some folly work, make the sound for us.
Yeah, make the sound.
I
Make the
believe in
sound.
you can do
Yeah.
it.
Everybody be really quiet. He's gonna do it.
Yeah.
So what I want you to know is that I could hear it in the house, but it was so loud that his microphone didn't pick it up. So 4 rooms away and down the stairs, all I could hear was and it was actually kind of scary.
Hey, that's horrifying. Why are we hearing that, Gunter?
I don't know.
Oh, great.
Oh, of course he doesn't know. He's like, "Oh, I don't know." Ha ha ha. Motherfucker.
Yeah, you can take a guess that it's probably the creatures like that you
That's
saw
not a
over the
dog
yard.
creatures.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have,
all
have
right.
fun with that.
Well,
I kind of almost want to make a joke of Ray screaming back
That you can.
Can
if
I
you
roll
want.
intimidation to scream back?
They won't be intimidated by that.
How do you know?
Can Lady do it for just like shits and giggles because she'd think it's funny?
You can't intimidate something that does not know fear, only rage.
True.
That's what I
Then
tell
can I roll
people at work when they
performance?
send me emails.
All right, so
I rolled a 17 to scream back.
You sure do it.
Ray,
That was a
you make
performance. So
Ray, you make. Oh, it was a performance.
that was a performance.
A couple of them scream back, almost like they're trying to communicate with you.
Oh my god. One of us.
Can I communicate with them?
Oh my god.
No, because you do not actually understand what the screams mean. You can make sounds and such, but you will not actually understand what you are doing.
So it's like when I try
That
to
one
talk
just
to my cat and I maybe am saying like taxes or something.
It's sort of like on those Bigfoot hunter shows where they yell into the woods and they're like, I think it hears us. You can hear it chuffing in the background. But it's they're just yelling.
yeah, it's kind of like that, except that actually got a response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will not actually be able to communicate with these things.
Darn.
You know, it is a shame that YouTube does not just have that sound. Oh well.
So
Yeah.
we've set
no,
up
don't worry
camp,
about it.
right?
Yeah, you're setting up camp.
Okay, excellent. Lady's gonna look around at everybody, and she's gonna kind of like pat her hands on her hips a couple of times, and it does. She looks kind of stupid when she does it. I'm not gonna give her that. She does look a little stupid when she does it, and she goes, "We should set up a watch. We do not know what it is out here after all, and I think we should set up watch. And also, somebody should give me my axe.
Gerard gives her her axe.
Thank
know,
you.
hey.
I will take the first shift.
Hey lady.
Yes.
Ah, that's perfect, actually.
I do just want you to know, because all's fair. That's one of the fucking smartest things I've ever heard you say.
Thank you. That is very
That was an
sweet of
excellent
you.
idea. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. I am going to pretend it was my idea now.
You know what? That's fine. Take it where you can get it, hun.
Yes, this I will do. But I think we should take shifts. I know I do not need sleep very much. I only need like very little. So I will take first shift with my axe. And I will definitely stay here in camp.
You will
Uh,
definitely stay here in camp, right?
That I will
And
stay
you
here.
will not leave to go chase your interests, right?
That's a no.
I will.
I think should we maybe do a two-person watch?
We should go in teams.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
we should do a
Oh,
two-person
fucking
watch.
shit,
I'll-
y'all. Let me go hunting.
No.
No.
lady. Okay, y'all, calm down. I'll take shift with Lady first. Try to keep her under control, unless Gerard, you'd like to volunteer.
As much as I think I would be effective, you two do share a sleep cycle, and I think that would be best.
You do have meditation, yes.
I do have normal man sleep I have to take for normal men who are human. So I'm going to
Oh, yes, very human. Doing much good.
thank you.
Good job, Muffin. You are doing excellent. Continue.
Thank you. I know you're mad at me because you won't let me. I won't let you wander off into the woods like you like to.
Let me go hunting.
No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. And Ray, please don't let her go do that. Please.
I will try to keep her from hunting. Lady, maybe let's not go hunting in the woods where y'all saw something scary, even though I didn't, but I heard it.
But we could pet them.
I don't
No.
think they want to be pet
Have we
right now.
asked? Have we brought a little treat to them? We do
No,
not
but when
know.
they yelled back at me, they sounded a little more aggravated than I would have thought. Um, so let's not right
Yeah, there's
now.
a
Let's put that.
there's a good
Let's
trick.
let's put that on the back burner for now.
Yeah,
Wait till we get out of the cursed woods, and then we will let you go hunting. How about that? Okay.
But no, see, I want to hunt that.
you know, sometimes it's nice to hunt with our eyes. Yeah, and not our feet, our hands, our bodies.
Your imagination. Your
Yeah.
imagination. She'll find a way to do it with her eyes. Tell her her imagination.
Yep, your imagination.
Lady, the trees say it's not a good idea to go hunting these things, and I think we should listen to them.
If the trees say no, I suppose. Who am I to deny the higher power? Fine. And she kind of just like sits the fuck down.
We got
And
her
she
with
looks
the tree.
incredibly
So-
grumpy about it.
I
Gerard
didn't
looks
think
so
that would
fucking
work,
relieved.
but I'm glad it did.
She looks so extremely grumpy.
I have
Damn.
posted a couple of videos for y'all on the Discord to get an idea of what these things sound like.
Oh, excellent.
Ew. I'm listening
Nope.
to it now. No, I hate it.
Nope.
I hate it.
The
Why do they
the
sound?
second
Ew,
the
it's
second
like a
video
horse.
the second video start from timestamp of 2 minutes, and that will be the sounds I want you to hear.
Okay, great. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Here we go, baby. Hey, it's ambient, quiet. I don't.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Spooky out there. Don't like it.
Spooky.
Spooky,
Ooh.
ooky. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, nope, I'm good.
Yeah, it's yucky.
I'm good.
Yucky out there. Yeah, I'm sorry. The tree said no.
The tree said no.
The
Yeah.
trees that I'm currently surrounded by said no.
Yeah, tree
So
said it's
that
not allowed.
no.
Sorry.
I'm the one living in the woods surrounded by trees. I say no.
All
God.
right. So with that nice little thought in mind, you all settle into camp. You can choose to go to sleep, have little conversations. Who's making food?
Gerard's making a little stew.
Aw,
Little
Steve.
Ray
stew.
is going to light the campfire because how are we going to make stew without a campfire?
Yeah.
That's true. Ray, make that fire, boy. Make that good fire.
Because not
Um,
only does he just have produce flame, but he also just has a tinder kit in his backpack.
Because he's
Yeah.
so rugged and cool.
He's so cool and rugged.
Because
Also,
he's from the swamp.
I will take
Swamp
this
boy.
moment to go ahead and just reassure everybody that Panettone's here. She's been safely out of the way through all of this because she is a non-combatant and not allowed to get hurt. But she is here and settles down next to Giuseppe's feet.
I love her
Very
so much.
Very important.
Yume
keep
has
Panetone
turned back
safe.
into human form, and Pickles is in her lap.
Excellent.
Bunny.
Little baby time.
Oh yeah, who was carrying pickles?
I think it's usually Gerard. He just
Yeah,
carries
she-
stuff.
Yeah, the rabbit
He
technology,
seems
remember?
responsible.
The
He
rabbit
seems
technology.
responsible enough.
He is responsible. He takes
Alright.
very good care of Bunny.
Good, excellent, bunny.
Bunny.
So yeah, you are all. If you want, you can all go to sleep now and have your long rest.
I
Is
think
there
it's a
anyone that
good.
needs to do anything before that happens?
I need to make sure I don't need to do anything, but I think I don't need to do anything. Let me see.
Lady and
Yeah.
Ray are on
We're
They're
on
on
night
first
watch.
watch.
right?
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So you both have the first watch. Your sleep cycles will be over, and for your meditation will last 4 hours, and then you will not need to sleep for the rest of the night.
Ray technically already had his because he meditated on the back of a horse. So,
That was your long rest.
yeah.
Okay.
Like, honestly, the motion of a walking horse is very soothing and very easy to fall asleep on.
It
Yeah.
is. Hold on.
Trained to stop if you fall asleep.
Yes.
All right.
Um,
So
I will say if we are all settling down for the night, I think Giuseppe does want to say one or two more things to Ekaterina.
okay. Giuseppe, you find her. She's not sitting away from everyone, but she is staring out towards the woods with the axe in her lap.
Is she also going to stay up and watch, or is she trying to settle down?
Um, she does not need to sleep.
Oh, that's right.
She like she probably would have taken a little nap like everyone else, but
Hmm.
the thing in the woods and the screams has made her decide she doesn't really need sleep right now. So,
Gotcha.
and she does tell this to Lady in Grey. She will also be staying up.
Hmm. Um, Giuseppe kind of approaches her and is looking out to the woods along with her, and he says, "Do you know what those things are?"
It sounds like what they would describe from the scriptures or the stories of the monsters Mikhail would fought in his day. But do I know what they actually are? No, I have no idea. Whatever it is, it feels like it does not belong in this forest. She gestures to the trees. Have you noticed that even though it is nighttime, the normal sounds are not there?
Yeah, it's kind of creepy, if I'm being honest.
An ambient screech, like the ones you've been hearing, sounds out as you say that.
Jersey Devil type,
Yeah.
or not? Not,
Um,
not Jersey.
Not just
Tasmanian.
human wisdom secret of a place. Whatever these things are, I feel the sooner we get to that army, the better.
yeah, I'm not too fond of the idea of hanging around this place longer than we need to.
Agreed.
So listen, these things, I heard that they go for people who caught unawares and alone. At least that's the
Uh,
myth behind them, right?
I had also heard that, yes. When we had first gotten here, we heard similar stories about people being attacked if they traveled alone, if they were traveling alone. There have been enough survivors that we know sort of what they sort of look like and do, but actually seeing it is unsettling.
What is it that they do to the people who don't make it back?
We don't really know.
They just disappear?
They just disappear. As far as I know, we anytime a search, but from what I've heard anyway, anytime a search party is sent out, there aren't even bones.
you.
Giuseppe sighs and he says, "You know, Ekaterina, you are very astute. And I am not just Giuseppe von Ma, loving husband and humble Atrarian detective. When I first got started in this business, I was Dionisio Giuseppe Matteo Brando, and I was the Biggest Apple's most famous boy detective."
Oh my
She
god, sorry.
she looks at you. Her eyebrows are raised. How, now, how did I not? She slaps her forehead. I used to love reading about your cases, and yet I didn't even recognize you. I'm fucking stupid, I guess.
That's
Please continue.
no, listen, most people most people wouldn't recognize me. My fall from grace was well, it was a long time ago now, and I've done a lot to put it behind me. But
Seems so. Rising up from what happened to you to nobility, marrying into nobility, that's quite a turnaround.
you could say, I guess. Question from the outside looking in. What is it that they say happened to me?
That the great detective one day lost his head. For some reason, that was a good enough explanation, even though it wasn't really an explanation at all.
Yeah, some explanation. I guess they can say I lost my head. But
It happened to you.
I guess what they say. I lost it. But years before that, I lost my brother.
My condolences. She pauses. Lost or lost?
He went missing on his own 6th birthday. I was 4. And Sal, he was full of mischief, but he always came home. We spent hours together poking around the city streets, trying to put together little mysteries. You know, whose cat went missing, you know, who's sleeping with the milkman this week, you know, it's kid stuff. On that day, he didn't come back. So I started looking. And every lead that I went to fizzled out like when you put cotton candy in water. I have been looking for my brother for 45 years. But we never found anything. Not even bones.
Alina, holy fucking shit.
Hey, Alina. Hey,
Lena,
listen,
do you not?
I'm actually
Alina.
really upset that the thing I said as a funny joke actually was true. Like, you got too quiet when I was like, damn, it's almost like he was some kind of funny detective. And then you got so quiet. Oh my god, he boy detective.
I have been wondering when this reveal would happen.
I-
Oh, beautiful.
Why was
Um,
why was it now that I make the joke? Why did I wait over a year to make the fucking joke?
I've been sitting on
You
this for
may-
so long.
Yume, with your passive perception of 17, you do hear some of what Giuseppe says. Enough to put together a bit of the picture.
Oh my god.
I wonder if Giuseppe has noticed that she's listening and looks absolutely horrified.
I can roll perception to see if what's my passive perception?
That is a good question. Let me
My
find out.
passive perception is the same as your wisdom, right?
I think so. Where is your Where'd it go? I forgot to pin your character sheet. Well,
Oh, you're fine. I don't know if it's that deep. Here's the thing. If he does
am kind of-
notice,
I'm curious now that you said it. Your passive
Yeah.
perception is 13. You would notice if you made an inching closer, acting like she was listening, but if she tried to be sneaky, you probably would not notice her.
Mhm.
That's what I'll say on that.
I think she's trying to be sneaky.
Listening, or are you like actively trying to focus on it?
Yeah, no, she started actively listening to the conversation.
So I think because Giuseppe is almost done with his monologue. Now that everyone is
Okay, we all have to be quiet.
Come on and dump. Nikki, it looks so good.
Hold on.
Fucks. That fucks.
Hey, also,
Yes.
I'm sure Gunter has mentioned things about his character to you guys. I love all y'all's characters. Gunter so far admittedly is my favorite.
Hey, which hey, question, which one and why is one of them?
Wait, you cut out there for a second, Alina. Why is one of them what?
Oh, are we live?
We are
Yes.
back live, I think.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
we're back.
okay.
It's fine. I'll ask my question later.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll talk about
Okay.
that later. Okay.
Oh, you can go ahead and ask. I
Yeah,
no,
go
no,
ahead
no.
and ask. I wanna
It's
know now.
relating to a different game. So now that we're back live, I want to make sure that we're like.
that's fair.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, no.
Oh,
Well, it's better we don't
we-
spoil that for that game.
Actually, we have been done for an hour and a half. Do we want to take a break?
Real quickly, can I finish Giuseppe's monologue? Because there's one more thing that he has to reveal, and then
Oh shit.
he's done.
Oh God, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
But
It's-
yeah,
Yeah,
Yume was absolutely actively listening to that conversation.
Okay.
cool.
So, and Giuseppe says, I've been looking for my brother for 45 years, and no matter how hard we looked, we never found him, not even bones. And he looks back out to the woods, and reaches inside his like breast pocket. He says, I don't know if these things are what I'm looking for. Sometimes I don't know what I'm looking for at all anymore. But I do know that shortly before I had to leave the Bigger Apple, he pulls out his hand, and From it drops a silver cross on a chain. Engraved in it are the initials SVRB, Salvatore Vincenzo Raffaele Brando. He says, I do know that someone or something sent this to me years after my brother went missing. I was a beat cop in the Bigger Apple, still looking, and I got this. The letter, it wasn't signed, but there was a message saying to meet underneath the Bigger Apple Bridge. When I got there, something was waiting for me. And it said that Sal was dead. But I don't believe that. Not for a fucking second do I believe that my brother is dead. So I will keep looking. I will keep looking no matter what to find him. Even if all that's left is bones. Even if all that's left is an answer. Because that's my brother. And he's worth that to me. Okay, now he's done.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Yekaterina
beat your ass.
does. Yekaterina, she sniffles a little bit again. She looks from you, then to the axe. The stories say one of the reasons Mikhail was worthy to rule was that above all he focused on justice for the land. Maybe I can start with finding justice for you and your brother, whatever the answer. With your detective skills and my axe, I'm sure that we could do something. And she puts a hand on your shoulder. If you, whatever you need from me, Giuseppe von Mar, you will have it. And I think with that is a good time for a break.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's say come back at 8. It's 8:33 now. We'll come back at 8:40, 8:50 actually.
8:50? All right.
8:50. Give us about 15 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you
Welcome back.
had a lovely little break. Some water, did the piss,
Yeah.
because we're getting right back into it.
Hell yeah.
As I eat my fig bar, which vampires totally eat, that's like their favorite meal.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking weird, this is canon now.
You all have your dinner. Gerard makes a lovely stew. I'm not
He
going to
makes
make
a
him roll.
lovely
He knows what he's
stew.
doing.
He knows what he's doing.
And it's delicious and nutritious. You all have your little bonding time around the campfire. Eventually, it's time to go to bed. Ekaterina will be staying up all night because, as a vampire, she does not really need her sleep. She can choose to take it, of course, because sometimes you need a little blanky mode. But she's not gonna sleep after the sounds and shit. As from what I understand, Lady and Ray were also going to stay up for a little bit, or going to do your. Ray's already had his long rest.
Yes.
Lady, were you going to do your long rest and then do your watch, or have a watch and then do a long rest, or your meditation?
Question: was there like a period of time when the sun was still up, but the fire was going and all that kind of stuff?
No, by the time the fire was built, the sun had already set.
Oh, okay. In that case, she is going to take a little snooze before she helps out with watch.
Okie. So Lady will do her meditation, then be able to join the watch, which will be 3 people. Smart. All right. Ekaterina, Ray, and Lady, once she's done with her meditation, you're all just kind of vibing, keeping the fire going a little bit so you stay warm, have some light. You all have dark vision, so you can see well past it. You're all gonna roll perception again.
Everyone that's awake.
Everyone that's awake,
Everyone,
or just
everyone
everyone?
that's awake and on watch.
Okay, I think that does
We
not
got
include
19.
Giuseppe.
All right. Lady got a 19.
Perception, you say?
What does Ray get? Only the people who are awake. No one else.
Ray gets a 12.
Oh,
All right. So yeah, you're all asleep. Well, here I will offer this to you as well. I kind of forgot you're a vampire too for a second. Do you want to go?
but that applied to me. But all right. Yeah, she'll stay up.
Okay, so yeah, you may can roll perception as well if he wants to.
Yeah, that was 18.
Everyone but Ray, you see 3 of the creatures watching you from the tree line now.
Hoo-hoo, spooky.
They're
Oh,
still a stone. They're not even breathing. You only notice them because the moonlight happened to flash a certain way through the branches and lit up their silhouettes.
well,
They are
Lady's
like
staring
statues.
right back at them. There's not an ounce of concern on her face.
Yeah, they're just standing there, watching.
She watching
Really?
right back.
Um, you do notice something peculiar. Yekaterina moves over to closer to where Lady is, because Lady is closest to them. The creatures seem to notice she hefts the axe. You all hear, everyone who's awake hears this like, imagine the deepest bass possible growl. It's half disgust, half fear. But when they see that axe, they make this noise and then they turn around and go away.
Ah, spooky.
That is the only thing you see for the entire night.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Good morning!
Everyone.
Uh,
The rest of you wake up. You had your long rest. You're feeling nice and refreshed. Now that I think about it, only 2 members of the party actually had to sleep the whole night. Oh my god.
Giuseppe wakes up, and when he does, it's like the Squidward eye shattering open.
Yeah, like
Yeah. I'll let you guys do anything you want to as part of morning routine, but otherwise, I will say you pack up camp and move on.
Good morning.
good morning.
Did you all
Uh,
sleep well?
well, I slept.
I
You know,
slept.
sometimes we take what we can get. You all look bright-eyed and
Bushy tail.
Bushy
No,
tailed.
I take back both of those comments. I am not saying that. You both look like shit. Drink some coffee.
Yeah, that's fair. Thank you.
Ooh.
What was
I don't know
that?
if you can hear, but I am having thunder over here.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that
what that
was?
was.
that's what
Yeah,
that was.
that was the real life weather. Foreboding.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear
Ray is
Miss
going
Sable
to be
yelling.
sitting around the fire, currently making the coffee.
Oh, he's so
Um,
handsome when he does
Coffee.
that.
Did you just say he's so handsome when he does that?
Yeah, he's so
Yes.
handsome when he does that.
Yeah.
You're right.
He's
you're correct.
rugged.
He's so rugged.
Ray,
He's the better version of John
shirtless?
Wayne. Yes, Ray is shirtless.
Oh yeah.
Ugh, fuck.
Remember,
Love him.
he's just in like legging tights, y'all.
You're ruining my
I'm
life.
obsessed with him.
I'm obsessed with him.
Like, and he's lost his hair tie at some point.
Oh
His
my
hair's just
God.
flowing.
Ray.
Unbearable.
He's got one tiny little like nick up on his chest from the fight.
Oh
Ugh,
my
okay,
God.
look, we gotta quit
We have
talking
to
about him.
stop this. This is ridiculous.
I'm gonna get weird.
No, we don't.
Yekaterina, she is sitting across the fire from you. She looks at you, looks at the way everyone else is looking at you. Nice. That's all she said.
Yekaterina was like, "Is
expecting it
this
to
a
come out in that
polyjewel?"
tin. It was really good.
Ray just nods at her, and proceeds to pass around cups of coffee to everyone who wants it.
Oh, Gerard takes his little cup of coffee.
Giuseppe's gonna absolutely take some.
Anybody need sugar? Anybody want breakfast before we get on out of here?
I guess I could eat. Do you want help cooking anything? I can make eggs.
He can make eggs. Where's he
We
getting
don't
the eggs
have
from?
eggs right now. I mean, I'm sure we could find some.
No, I don't think you heard me right. I can make eggs. I just kidding.
Uh-huh. I think I saw a squirrel somewhere.
Oh, they don't lay
Squirrels
eggs.
don't lay eggs.
I know.
Oh, yeah, you would know that. Um,
God.
What I'm
sorry, that's
saying
this
is,
fucking lore.
I think there's
So
some
great
squirrel
at
around
this.
here, and I could make some sausage.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's a great point.
That's
You're-
a great
That's yeah.
Sorry, I am typing out to a question in the little chat.
No, you're good. We're making breakfast, dude. You're fine. You've left us
Breakfast.
unattended, and we're actually pretty independent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Yeah.
Hey, Gunter, question. How
Answer.
if I want to check to see if there's any squirrels around here that I could collect to make sausage for breakfast? Can I just do that, or do I have to roll for that?
What? That would be. I would say that's a survival roll.
I think
Damn.
that yeah,
Okay.
That's survival.
that's a good roll for that.
18.
18. You go out into the woods a little bit with someone with you, whoever you want to accompany you, but you do not go alone.
Can come if you would like her to come. She's
Lady
pretty
needs to
wide
go.
awake.
Yeah, Gerard's too embarrassed to go with him after he said the squirrel thing.
Lady, you want. I know I'm going to regret saying this. Do you want to come hunting with me this morning?
I would love to. Thank you for the invitation. This is all I've wanted for more than like 24 hours. I just want to go hunting.
Okay, everybody stay put by the fire. Don't go nowhere until we get back. You hear
Can
me?
do. I'll hold down the
I
fort.
would love to just stay in the same spot for.
You and Lady go into the woods. You try to pick up trails, scents. There's nothing. Not even bones.
Huh.
Oh, there's no animals here.
Oh,
You even find even some of the trees aren't doing too hot, to be honest. Some of them look as if they're rotting from the inside and give off a horrible stench.
Now,
Um,
Ore,
We need to get the fuck
I
out of
have a
here.
question because I have a +4 modifier in survival, and I have a question for you.
yes, lady.
Yes, what's the fuck?
You know, I'm not too sure myself, but I'm starting to think maybe we shouldn't have breakfast around here and we need to get on out.
I was going to say I have some jerky in my bag. We go back, we give it to whoever may be hungry, and we go. Yes?
I agree.
We come back with more rationings, and we figure out whatever the fuck is wrong with the trees.
Uh,
Hey,
your Katerina perks up actually.
quick question.
What about the tree? Quick answer.
Can I roll a nature check to see what's going on with the trees?
You certainly can.
24.
Oh,
huh.
He
All
knows
right.
some shit.
So
shit.
you before you guys depart the woods, Ray, you decide to take a good look at one of these trees to see if you can figure out if it's like some sort of disease that's going on, magic, that sort of thing. You notice on several of the trees that look like they are dying, each of them looks like a puncture wound in the bark. You one of these.
You cut out there for a minute
It,
for me.
can you hear me?
Say
Can
that
you hear me
again.
now?
There
Yeah.
you are.
You examine one of these, and upon looking inside, it's the flesh of the tree is very rotted. It's clear it started from this wound. The puncture wound looks like it was made by some sort of claw.
Ooh,
Hmm.
drinking all the maple syrup.
Who here remembers what the mystery people have described themselves as and your encounters with them?
Shit. I was like, you mean like
Uh,
the creepy little we're
Yeah,
not human beings, we just look
Uh,
those
like
that
them
those
the
that
people?
walk
creepy
between
voice.
life and death. What do you mean?
Those beyond life and death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like
Ray,
this.
Ray, looking at these trees, it's not even as if they're dying. They are literally just fading away.
Spooky.
Don't
Ray is going to turn away from the tree and quickly walk over to everybody else and say, "We need to get out of here now.
We need to get the fuck out of
I
here.
don't know what's going on in these woods. I don't know I don't know what y'all been seeing that I ain't been able to see, but I know right there that yonder tree is fucked."
That
Have you
shit ain't
Oh,
right.
Did
Well, if the
you
trees
here,
say no, we gotta go. That's the
The
motto.
tree,
If
that
did
tree
you
says we need to go now.
you may gets up. She's just like, you'll hear no argument from me.
Like, Ray is rushing to get everybody on their horses and get out of here.
We gotta go.
We gotta
Giuseppe
go.
is helping pack up.
Thing pack up because she's shockingly fast.
Gerard would love to get the fuck out of here. He's helping pack up like hell.
Yume puts her stuff on a horse and turns back into a bat.
We're ready to fucking go, baby. Leave.
All right, you all beat a hasty retreat from your campsite and resume your journey. Your pace is a bit quicker than it was yesterday, even after you had seen those creatures. You eventually make your way back to a road, and after a while, the feeling of being watched starts to lessen. You even pass by some people, villages even. They don't look great, but everything there it's a sense of it's a semblance of normalcy. Um kind of done everything you guys said you wanted to do, so um, unless you want to do something a little extra, just fast track through this day.
Mm-hmm. I think we're all wrapped because we had many of our lovely little character building conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does Gerard have anything that he'd like to
No,
about
he's
how he's a normal human man?
yeah, no,
Does
he'd love to
Gerard
not
have a
Is
share
he
anything.
okay? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he's
fine. I'm
not
just
sharing.
checking in.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Gerard's not in a sharing mood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
You know, he's
doesn't
normal.
want
I
to ride
don't know what
Panda
you're for. He's
Yeah,
normal.
no, it's fine. Yeah, no, that's right. He's normal.
Yeah, he's a
He's
normal
normal, and
guy. That's
he
his whole shit.
yeah, and he sleeps like a normal person.
Yeah, he's normal and he sleeps like a normal person. Now,
Yeah.
okay, I know like I'm sounding like I'm being facetious. Gerard does sleep in a way that is so exceedingly normal, it's kind of disturbing.
Does he lay like a little corpse like I do?
No, like he curls up on his side like a normal and then
Oh, that's right. I
sleeps.
don't sleep normal. Never mind.
You sleep like
Does
a
he
corpse.
scream
You
with
said
his
it.
mouth closed like I do?
It was in the text.
My fucking god.
Guys, we're doing such a great job
Yeah, we're
today.
doing great. We're really good at playing
We're doing
games.
great.
Gunter, what else did you have for us though?
Yeah.
The only
Just
things that really stand out to you as you make your way down this road, you notice these situations in several of the villages and towns you passed by. They their situations are best described as desperate. The in the background while you guys have been doing all your things, there is an active this country is in a state of civil war basically.
Yeah.
And on top of the civil war between the different factions vying for ultimate control, there is a peasant revolt going on in the Archduchy of Nordland as the have decided to try their chance of freedom since the imperial yoke has faded away.
That's true. That yoke,
You've
she's faded.
you've seen some of that when you first encountered Ulricke. You see some of it once again now that you're back in the countryside. Um, there is one there is one instance where a very large pillar of smoke in the distance, too far for you guys to go investigate. And at one point, you hear the distant thunder of cannon.
Hmm.
But aside from that, it's an uneventful journey.
Hmm.
And you eventually stop to make camp. Well, you do have a choice. You can choose to stay at an inn. You can make camp like you did last time.
Ooh, an inn, nice.
Nice.
An
And
inn
I,
sounds really nice, guys. Don't we want to be an adventuring party and stay at an inn?
yeah, that would
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah, I'm scared of what Gunner's gonna do to us in an inn, but like, I feel
Yeah,
like just
same.
for
But
sake
also,
of
it'll be
variety,
funny. Don't worry about
yeah,
it.
it'll be
I'm
funny.
just
I
your
won't worry
friendly
about it.
neighborhood DM. What do you mean?
Gunter's
Gunter
never
would
done
never
anything
hurt
bad to
us.
us.
All right, so you, towards the end of the day, you start approaching another town. And after a bit of discussion, you decide that you will settle here for the night. The inn in the town is decent enough. It has enough room for all of you. Uh, the fact that you have worth it for a soft inn bed. The fact that you have two vampires with you, one of them in the uniform of an officer of the Hussar Regiment, gets you very nice treatment.
Nice.
You notice that like Yekaterina is not quite sure how to handle how you guys are basically being doted on. She
Does
handles it
Yume? She
better
understands.
than you because she did sort of grow up, and not grow up, but she's been alive long enough to sort of become used to it. But
Mm-hmm.
you
Yume
can,
is not used to it.
yeah, you can tell that it's more she's not sure how she feels about it
Yeah.
intrinsically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys have you a nice little meal. They have a lovely menu that they offer you, like those like breakfast skillets that places will serve.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, that's their special for the day. You have a choice of sausage, bacon, ham as your meat.
Ooh,
They even have a
sausage.
special where you do all three.
Sausage.
Oh, sausage.
Sausage
Now I want breakfast food.
breakfast. Those
Yume's just
breakfasts you made
sipping at
were
some
very
blood.
looked very appetizing. Sipping at some blood. Yeah. Eventually, as you guys are enjoying your food, a waitress. Not no, sorry. Let me start over. The innkeep walks up specifically to Yume and Yekaterina. Has his hat in his hands. You can tell he's a little bit nervous because there's two nobles just in his inn. They don't get traffic from your type normally. You can tell because the the bottle, the decanter that he pulled the blood from was a very old one, not like the fancy glass ones you have been served otherwise, but it was what he
Mm.
had.
Hmm.
Is it to your ladyship's likings? Please let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
This is just like having a Hilton Rewards card.
Yeah. And I think I should point out that Yume's probably been keeping her hood up to like keep people from looking her in the eye too much.
She's got
But
the vibes.
She's got the vibes.
she just
It's the
kind of
fangs.
waves. She just kind of waves him off. Like it's fine, thank you.
Ekaterina does something similar. It is perfectly satisfactory. Thank you. Much appreciated, your ladyships. Thank you. Uh, Walks off. You can tell he's very nervous about having nobles in his inn because he forgot to ask the rest of the table how they're doing.
Giuseppe
mean,
needs milk.
we're good.
Yeah.
We're fine, I
After that,
guess.
you are shown to your rooms. It's an
What's the
inn.
room setup look like? Do we all get little separate rooms in this one, or do we have to
We
share
or
like we did other
do
times?
we have to share?
You do have
There's
to
only
split
one
two
bed
rooms.
for all of us.
You do
Oh
have to
my
Pilot.
split two
gosh,
rooms between you.
yes!
Each of them has 2 beds.
Oh,
Oh
sick.
my god. Oh no.
So, batter up.
There's
Oh
only
my God.
4 beds between all of us. How many of us are there?
5.
Is it
Okay,
only
so
5?
2 people have to share.
So,
Gerard, come here.
so quick question actually before we go with that.
Yeah.
Do you guys decide on 2 rooms, or do you just decide to all cram into one?
I feel like for the sake of propriety, we should at least separate by gender. But for safety, we do not want separate ones.
Yeah.
Understandable.
But for propriety, the girls have to have a sleepover, and then the boys have to have a sleepover.
Oh my
Sleepover.
god.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
2 of the girls are vampires, so I feel like them getting their own room wouldn't be that terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
but-
lady, none of the women, do any of the women in this party sleep?
Oh my
Lady
god.
has her
No.
meditation, which is only 4 hours. Yume and Yekaterina can choose to sleep, but they do not require it.
Oh my God, they're gonna be up all night talking about boy.
Doing each other's hair.
Doing our makeup, talking about boys.
Boys.
Sipping
All I
on
can
blood.
Sip out some blood.
All right.
Ray is a married man, and Gerard doesn't want to disrespect his marriage, though it may be past.
Giuseppe is also a married man.
Oh my god. Does
Ray
that
is
mean they have to
technically
do...
a widow.
Okay, he's a widow. We have a widow, a married man, and a guy. I think that means if we make the widow, if we make the widower
Sarah.
and the married man sleep in the same bed, then it's fine.
Yeah, then God won't get mad at us.
Yeah, God won't get mad at us.
Sarah, are you really avoiding using the word bachelor?
No,
I
because
forgot,
his wife
actually.
died.
Here's the thing.
Oh my
It's
God,
not
no, that's right.
avoiding it if I forgot the word. That's how that works.
Love that. We have a widower,
So,
a
alright,
married man,
Yume,
Ray
and a
also
guy.
does not sleep for
Yume.
very long, so
Yume,
Giuseppe
lady.
and Gerard could just
hang
both
on.
have separate beds.
How do you guys arrange your sleeping? Because
Oh.
gonna have to share a bed.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have
I
to share a
mean,
bed.
Yume's used to sleeping in a sewer. Although not so much recently.
Not so much recently.
Lady is shockingly not picky about her sleeping arrangements. But when she's awake, she doesn't usually stay where she slept.
I feel like Yume is going to volunteer to not sleep and just to make sure nobody tries to break into their rooms while they're sleeping. Or at least that's what she tells people.
Having a little watch. All right. You can't.
All right. Rest.
It matters not to me. You are both fairly pretty, but I do not want to sleep with you in that way.
Why does this contain the level of mental gymnastics that I feel like high school boys have to go through in a hotel room on a band trip?
Because
Yeah,
they do.
that's because we are a bunch of high school boys on a band trip.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
are.
Everyone's like, well, Josh has to sleep in the bathtub tonight, and then he'll switch with Jared tomorrow.
Because it's not gay if we touch
It's-
butts in the middle of the night.
It's not gay if we touch butts in the middle of the night, but I don't want to accidentally turn around and spoon Chris. So I'm just gonna sleep in the bathtub. Give me my pillow.
Give me my pillow.
Oh my god.
You guys
It's like the
forget,
trip to
Ray
Disney all
also
over
does
again.
not sleep.
Yeah, only
He
two
doesn't
members
need
of
the
the party
bed.
require like a full 8 hours of sleep. This is kind of hysterical.
This is fucking hysterical. I want it to keep happening.
Yeah.
Like,
This is the
Like-
kind of
Giuseppe
roleplay I
and
signed up
Gerard
for.
can just have their own beds, and Ray can just pull a Aragorn and stare out the window all
I
night.
feel like at this point, Giuseppe's Giuseppe has like crawled into one of the beds. He's like, "You two figure it out. I'm gonna go to bed."
What? Giuseppe? Gerard has also gone to bed. Hold on, my ears hurt.
Yekaterina, she is like, I stayed up all night, and while I am fine, sleep is nice. And she just snuggles up under the covers.
Lady looks at Yume, goes, I need 4 hours. And then you can do whatever. You can do whatever while I am asleep. If you want to sleep, you can sleep. I do not care. And she takes the other bed.
You may just is sitting at like I'm imagining like a little table with like a water jug on it.
Mhm.
And she's just sitting at that table with her like rubbing her eyes like, how did I end up here?
A long chain of
Reflective.
events.
Yeah.
Started when you accepted vampirism.
Yeah, it sure did.
Actually, it started when she stole Giuseppe's apples.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
they
did
were
start there.
Giuseppe hadn't bought the apples yet.
That's true.
They
We
were the
upgraded
stall owner's
from-
apples.
We upgraded from stealing apples to becoming part of the Imperial system. Man, time sure does fly.
Damn.
Oh my god,
Bye.
yeah, she's kind of baffled. Anyway.
All right. Yume, do you want to dreamwalk at all?
You know what? Yes. Because I'm going to go ahead and assume that everyone in the party has sort of given. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong now. Has everyone in the party given her permission to dreamwalk on them?
Okay, I will say Gerard has given permission, but it is not like it's sort of begrudging. Like it's sort of your brother saying, "Yeah, you can technically come into my room because we live in the same house and you're my family, but I don't want you in here," kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't want her in there, but like he's not going to keep her out because he knows it's hard for her not to. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like he is aware. We had this discussion once before and it was very interesting. He's aware of her condition and the laws of it and he's not going to her, but he's still not happy about it and he can't help that. But like he's not going to blow up at her for doing it. He's just not going to want to talk about anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Has,
Like
has
his-
anybody
Hold
told
on.
her no?
No.
Yekaterina has
No.
said that she would prefer it not happen, but if you dreamwalking her, she knows that sometimes you can't help it, and she won't hold it against you. She will ask that
And-
whatever you see in there does stay between you and her.
Oh yeah, she's cool with that. So that was a Lady Giuseppe and Ray all gave her permission.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, decisions. Who is my lucky victim?
The fucking boy detective.
You know what? You know what?
can't
Yeah,
fucking believe
actually,
this.
the boy detective is my lucky victim, Giuseppe.
Great. I'm so happy.
All right, so you may at the table. After a while, you get up and you walk out the door to. The hallway is not the same as the one at the end. There are more doors,
Mm-hmm.
each one
Ooh.
with a name.
Yep.
The name of all the people sleeping in your range. Which one do you walk to?
Oh my god. I'm trying to figure out if his door would say Dio Brando on it, or if it
No, here's the thing. It's
if it would say Giuseppe.
his chosen name is Giuseppe. That's what he would go by.
Okay, then that is what would be on his door.
If you were to walk up to Giuseppe's door, and Elena, you can correct me if this doesn't jive with you. You see on the plaque Giuseppe von Mar and very fancy script.
Mhm.
Under it, almost as a footnote, is his real name.
Mhm.
Interesting. Yeah, that works. I'll take that.
You choose Giuseppe's
Um,
door?
I do.
All right. You grasp the handle, open it. You step through into an Etrurian palazzo, and I will let you two play from here.
Ooh.
I think. Oh, I love that I get to use. Okay. Sorry, I'm just really happy. I get to use something that I wrote and I didn't expect to. Okay.
Ooh.
Yume steps through, and it is, as Gunter said,
Ooh,
an
it's coming down
Etrurian.
hard now.
What?
Sorry,
Rain.
rain.
Oh yeah. Um, it is an Etrurian palazzo, and the room that she steps into is this beautiful library slash study. Its walls are lined with books, and the floors are this glowing pink marble. And at a desk, her reading glasses perched upon her nose, is a woman. She is reading a letter. She's taking it out of the envelope, and um, as she does so, she reaches down to scratch at the ears of a very sleepy juvenile basset hound at her feet. And as she reads this letter, Giuseppe's voice is almost like piped in, like she hears it
My god.
all around her. And he says, "Beloved Franny, I find myself in the hills of Brandenburg again and missing you. It's raining awful here tonight, about 2 o'clock now, and there's no sign of it letting up. Panettone got more of her fill of beef and carrots at dinner, though, so I guess I'm the only one fit to complain about much of anything. On nights like this, Franny, I remember the first time we met. I think if I stay up tonight, the morning might look much the same as it did then. Dark gray and rimmed with silver, all wet and mud and slush. Me and that old tattered thing of an oilskin sledging towards your uncle's estate in the gloom. And you, cresting that hill, casting off water at the tips of your hair, and your hounds braying at your heels. The box cut through the gloom like ratchets. And for the first time in months, I was awake. I thought I'd seen a ghost. I thought I'd seen a god. But it was you who could always see me, wasn't it? Not for what I tried to do, but for who I was. I wouldn't write this if I thought it would embarrass you, but you've always been brasher than me. That's something I miss even more than being at your side. The way your presence is the way your presence is a fire both inferno and hearth. The way I might warm myself within it when at last we are alone together again. And I will not wax on the way you consume me, lest the postmaster need to repent for having read it. Take care, love. I'm following a lead to Valois for the next week. Shadow figures spotted in the mountains. As always, the pages you copy and send from your research are invaluable. Give my greetings to your family, and my promise to you that I will make my way home again. Soon, with all good grace. My heart to you, Seppi."
That was
How is
so
he literally the
sweet.
coolest? Like all the time. It's kind of effortless.
So that's what she hears, and I don't know if she's going to try to approach the woman, but she's just reading that letter.
The funny thing about dreams that just occurred to me is that, like, the people who are in dreams, like, that Giuseppe would be dreaming about,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would notice her.
Ah.
They would not notice you, like
Because
so the
she's not
person
part
at
of the dream.
person
Yeah.
yeah, the person actually having the dream would notice you if they were there. But
Yes.
the person like they're dreaming about, that's just like their dream.
Yeah.
That person will not notice you because
Yeah.
that's not a person. That is just
And
the wibbly
that being
wobbly
said,
dreamy weemy.
yeah, it's dream space is an odd place. Um with that said, I do think Yume would actually, like, even, like, as she's, like, listening to the letter, I think she would move to, like, cross the table from this woman and just kind of watches what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's really drawing attention to herself just yet.
Okay. Okay. The woman sets the
Inspiration from
letter.
Inception.
The woman sets the letter down and she stands. And in that way that dreams so often do, as she walks past where Yume is sitting, it's
Mhm.
almost as if she takes the library with her. Because
Yeah.
as quickly as that, it's gone. And
Mhm.
Yume is sitting underneath a large, towering metal structure that stretches out across a river to her back. And Giuseppe is in front of her, but it isn't quite the Giuseppe that she knows. This man is younger, a bit slimmer. There is no basset hound at his side, and he has two brown eyes. Brown eyes that are
Hmm.
currently filled with rage and fear as he stares at the figure before him. It is a hooded, cloaked figure, and it says in a chilling whisper, trying to find it. It says in a chilling whisper as Yume looks on, "Your brother is dead. Stop looking." Giuseppe, overcome with rage, leaps forward to tackle the figure. And in this moment, Giuseppe is blinded with the anger, with the fear, and with the mourning of the loss of his brother so many years later, feeling this close to getting an answer and having it ripped away yet again. And when he goes to make contact with this creature, just as quick as the library before it, it's gone. And Giuseppe lands in a pile of discarded bags underneath the bigger Apple Bridge.
You may actually at this point moves to help him up.
How does she do that? Like, does she grab him?
Puts not well, yes. That's not the word I would have used, but yes. She, like, puts
She
a
touches
hand
him,
on him to, like, help. Yeah, she touches him to help him up.
He starts and swings an elbow back on her as if to hit her. And when he sees her, he looks confused. And he says, "Oh," and he kind of looks around as though getting his bearings again. And he says, "What are you doing here, kid?"
I don't think she really has a good response for him. Um, she just kind of looks pretty horrified by what she just saw.
I don't have a better answer for you. Believe me, I wish I did. I don't know. I don't know what that thing is. I've been trying to figure it out since I saw it.
Do you think he was telling you the truth?
No. Because he didn't just tell me that he had died. He didn't just tell me that Sal was gone. He told me to stop looking. And that's what you say to someone when they're getting close.
She kind of nods at that. Like she realizes that makes sense. I'm sorry.
You don't have anything to be sorry for. I'm sorry that you have to see me like this. It's not the prettiest time in my life.
And she kind of shrugs, like, we all have chapters we'd rather have unpublished.
Yeah.
Yume, with this encounter, do you stay in Giuseppe's dream, or do you decide to hightail it out after this little interaction?
I think she would leave.
Okay.
Um, unless Alina had more that she wanted to say.
No, not really. Those were the only two like major scenes in the backstory that I hadn't gotten to fully flesh out. Hey!
Hey.
Before she
Bada
goes though,
bing.
I think she does ask, did you stop looking for him?
Giuseppe looks up at her and he smiles in the way that would usually cause his golden eye to glint, but instead lights a small sparkle in both of his natural eyes. And he says, "Not for a damn day."
She nods. Like, good. Don't. And that's when she leaves.
Right. You turn around and it's as if a door is suddenly in front of you. When you walk through it, you are back in the hallway.
Yes.
And as you close the Giuseppe's door behind you, gently, so as not to wake him, you notice that lady's door is right across the hall. Do you proceed?
Yes, she does. Um,
All right. And Nikki, did you want me to narrate this, or would you prefer to do it?
Got it.
You got
I
it?
just
Okay.
Yeah, I had to give a little stretch first.
You Gucci. All right. You open the door, and you have entered basically like a Rococo lounge in a French chateau. And I will let space.
You found yourself in an ornate, extravagant room. It smells faintly of smoke and lavender, sweets and expensive spices. She's standing by the window, scratching a light-colored cat absently under the chin. Her gaze is turned out the window, her back to you. The scene before you looks peaceful, but you find yourself checking the shadows, trying to locate the monster in the room, trying to figure out why your palms are sweating. The door opens. She turns, a soft swirl of skirts. Her expression is blank, eyes too hard for her face. She's young, so young. Her face softer and kinder than what you're used to. Her eyes are larger, more innocent, despite the harshness in them. She looks back, picks up the cat, and holds it close. It doesn't seem to mind. Philippe. Ivana. Philippe brushes past, no, through, you. He stands before her, brushes a hand over her cheek. She shuts her eyes, leans into it, before turning back to the window. There are less than yesterday, she says. He is taking more, growing bolder. And we have plans too. Plans? What good are plans if we are next, Philippe? What good are they if he changes us? My dear husband. She spits the word like a curse, the most emotion she's shown yet. Does not seem to be slowing. He is your father, Philippe. It is your word, and it will be done. I know, Ivana. He puts her arms around her, hides his face in her nape. I know. You wait too long. What will you have me do? It's my father. Mourn after, Philippe. Or need I remind you this was your idea? She sighs. Her reflection opens her mouth, set to say something else. There is someone here. Ivana? Lady Philippe, we are not alone. Those eyes of her focus too much on Yume, but still stare straight through. We shall discuss this later.
Yume turns to look behind her in the direction that Lady was just looking.
There is only a wall.
You notice there's not even a door into the room.
Hmm.
Do you approach the lady? Do you just sit back?
I think yeah, Yume does exactly what she did in Giuseppe's dream for a minute. She sits down and she watches.
The
What
two,
does Go ahead.
the two, Lady and Philippe, go to stand by the window and stare out of it. And their body language slowly changes from having a general relaxed sort of air about each other because they were with each other to being almost statuesque, stoic, as though what they're watching is not worth it.
You may go over to a window and try to see what they're seeing.
When she looks out the window, she sees a grand courtyard, one fitting the room and the ornate room that she found herself in at the beginning of the dream. And she sees a line of knights on each end of the courtyard, and she sees 3 rows of what are very obviously peasant being led up to the castle, and each look more terrified than the last. Consider this, Philippe. They are running out of time, and we are running out of time. If you plan to run, then you plan to run. But we have started this in motion, and we might as well see it through. What good does fear have for us here? And at her words, see this much younger Philippe look at her, and you see him nod, and then a door appears.
Does Yume take the door?
This
Figure out
Yume.
if
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out if that's a door into back out into the hallway that she would usually take to get into other
Um,
people's dreams, or if that's another
so
door to further into the dream.
so from my understanding of dream walking, if you decide you want to leave a dream, that door will appear to you, and you will know that door is for you to leave. This door does not give you that impression.
I think hmm. 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 See, my character and I are at odds with each other now because my nosy ass would want to go through that door and find out what's going on. But Yume, I think she's panicking. And I think she wants out.
Can I ask, as a fellow player, what about this is making her panic?
She knows what's going on.
Mm.
Yume's not stupid.
And she just doesn't want to see it.
I don't think she would want to see that. I don't think she wants to know, for sure. I think she wants
Mm.
to pretend like everything was fine.
But also now she kind of already knows.
Yeah. I think she is
Does
terrified just by what she's already seen.
what does Lady do? The lady.
Lady is. Okay, hold on. Because it seems if Yume is still in the same room, it almost seems like the reality that she has found herself in has been paused
Mm.
and is
Play.
slowly starting to fade.
Mm.
Because think about how dreams work. I mean, if Lady's the
You
one
are on a bit of a
dreaming,
time limit.
well, if Lady's
You
the one dreaming and Lady's moving on to a different part of the dream, then that's what Yume would see too. She wouldn't have to
Mhm.
walk through that door. Yume would be seeing whatever Lady's dreaming about.
This lady's trying to give her an out.
Hmm.
This is Lady's head. If she wants to present the door as an invitation or a chance to turn back. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so mad because I do want to know what's behind that door, but I also think Yume's already scared
I
enough to just leave.
I will let
Ah,
you make a choice. I will let you make a choice based on your desires in this case because this is story building
listen,
for
though.
characters.
It is. It is. But I also have to follow what my character would do, and I think she would leave. I think she's running. I think she is just booking it back to her own mind.
Okay. All right, in that case, you turn around another door. This one you know where it goes. You slam it open and run through. As you leave, the door shuts behind you, You're not sure if you're disappointed that you left or not. You feel something about what you were about to see, but you're
Mhm.
not focused on that right now.
Mhm.
You said you are panicking, right?
Oh yeah.
Having a bit of a panic attack?
She's
You
running back to her own mind, probably waking up in a
alright.
cold sweat.
I'm gonna take the reins a little bit.
Okay.
You
Okay.
run down the hall. You are trying to get to your door, but in your panic, you pick a different one.
Oh
Oh
no!
no.
Oh
Like
my
Shit.
god.
Just like Inception. This is Scooby-Doo Ghost Hall.
Oh my god.
You burst through into what you Yume has never been to a place like this, but it's basically a English manor. You have
Oh
stumbled
my god.
into a garden,
Oh my god.
and it's spring. There's birds
Mhm.
chirping, that sort of thing. You see a few fae flying hither and thither
Yeah,
carefree.
Katarina. I knew it.
The garden is peaceful. It's what you would expect from a noble fae garden. You notice a you notice a few monograms every now and then that resemble a stylized D.
Yeah.
D.
D's
D's
nuts.
nuts.
D's. Thanks for
One
coming to D&D, everybody.
fucking
See you next week. That's a wrap.
D&D's nuts. All right, bye.
D&D's
All
nuts,
right,
damn it.
so you see one of these monograms happens to be on a gazebo where a trio is having tea. Two women, one man. One of the women and the two women are sitting. The man is standing behind one. He is standing behind a very petite fae.
It's Cece, isn't it?
Yeah, you would recognize her as Cecilia Durham.
Yeah.
The
Which
other,
means I also know who the dude is.
yep, you know who that is. The woman sitting across from them is Yekaterina. She has a little teacup of blood instead of tea.
Mhm.
They, you hear idle chatter from them for the most part. It's rather carefree, to be honest. They're just talking about. It's Yekaterina giving them congratulations on the recent wedding, that sort of thing, asking what their living arrangements are going to be. And she asked what they planned their honeymoon to be. Your coronation. You notice Yekaterina blink for a second. Pardon? Your coronation, Your Imperial Highness. We would not want to miss that. See, what are you? The scene changed. It's no longer the English garden. It is a throne room that you have heard about, Yume. Blood Hall.
Wonder what they
There
got
are
there.
Blood.
Shit.
blood.
Blood.
The monograms of the monograms of the Durhans have been replaced with the Imperial Bat. There are vampiric nobles in court dress all lined up. And you are standing slightly behind Yekaterina. dressed in imperial regalia. She starts to move forward, but it's almost as if it's against her will.
As dreams tend to do.
And you hear a voice, sounds like a middle-aged man's, sounding out through the hall. It is your duty. It is your responsibility. It is your birthright. You must be perfect. You do not need friends. Friends will not help you in the world of power. As Yekaterina gets closer to the end of the hall, you notice a throne, the blood throne. On it are three things: the axe, the armor, and the crown. And they look ready to swallow her. As she keeps walking, you notice things falling from, as if it looks like they're falling out of her pocket. The little teacup that she was having with Cece earlier in the dream. A quill and book. A little deck of cards. They fall from her pockets and shatter on the ground. What would you like to do?
Boy. You may be out here relating to everybody tonight.
She's just like Naruto.
Oh my god, she's just like Naruto.
Oh
You
my
may
god.
sad swing interlude.
The swing.
Sad
The swing. Bring in the swing.
Oh my god. Because my temptation is to have aspects of what Yume herself would be dreaming about start appearing here. But I'm not sure you would allow that.
We have, counting this, we'll have done 3 dreams. That'll be pushing a little bit. I feel like next time
Interfere.
we can do.
She didn't interfere with the last 2 dreams, though, is what I'm saying. I'm saying that things that Yume would be thinking about would be showing up here in Yekaterina's dream.
What do you mean?
Like Yume could be influencing Yekaterina's dream itself. But I don't think you'd allow that.
No, that's
too much. Yeah.
a bit much. You can interact with things in the dream, but actively changing it, that would constitute an act of mental dominance that I don't think Yume would want to do. Because it does mean forcing your vision upon others. So you can interact with Yekaterina if you want. Talk to her. This is what her mind is focused on. You are not going to be able to just make her not be Blood Hall anymore.
No, that's not what I was thinking about. I was thinking about having something happen inside the blood hall. But anyway,
Yeah,
um,
no, you can't do anything like
Like,
that.
so, like, even if, like, something like, Yume's not consciously doing it, it's like, if she's thinking about something as she is present in the dream, even subconsciously, it wouldn't start affecting anything there.
No.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
think
Yume's dream.
yeah.
The way I'm choosing to make dreamwalking work is it's kind of like window shopping, but
Okay.
you are able to poke your head through the window.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you want to talk to Yekaterina, you can do
Uh,
that. If you want to leave, you can also do that.
keep giving me hard to think about, Gunter.
You gotta start justifying Yume being a nosy little bastard. But I know
Um,
she's not. It's just not a part of her character.
well, I mean, she kind of is, but like,
She's a little nosy.
I am
but
giving
like,
you a space to play in, and it is
she's
your
also
choice
been,
to play in it or not.
she's also been raised to basically be a shadow.
Yeah, like you're not supposed to. That makes sense because like that's the
She's
polite way of dream walking, I would think.
that, and just how she's lived her life as a thief. Like, people aren't, people don't see you. People don't know it was you.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you, if you don't want to do anything, Catalina, it's perfectly fine. You don't have to do anything aside from just watch. That is your choice.
I think she's watching this happen, and unlike with ladies, I think she is more curious here.
Okay.
I don't think she reaches out to touch her or anything. I think she just talks. Um, and I think what she says is, "Why do you want this so much?"
Catalina, she pauses. You notice as the you notice that the faces in the court change. Instead of vampires, it's peasants, townsmen, farmers, that sort of thing, and soldiers. You hear the same voice. It is your duty to help the people. The rest of the aristocracy has forgotten Mikhail's teachings, but we have not. Our power is not free. Privilege comes with responsibility. A responsibility to be just. The blood throne doesn't change per se, but it looks less ominous. Basically, it there is still a sense of trepidation that you can tell is coming from you, Catalina, when she looks at it, but it is tempered by something that she has firmly located in her psyche. She is noble and therefore she must be noble. She does not know what that means for her, but it's the same thing. It's kind of. Here, hold on. Let me redo that real quick. If I do not help them from that throne, no one will. And she keeps on walking. The dream keeps going right up until she sits upon the throne.
I think May starts to
And
step forward toward it too now.
that's when the dream starts to fade. Because even if Ekaterina is trying to steal herself, she doesn't know what's going to happen. And her dream reflects that.
Ooh.
Ew, the
You may
way
getting kicked out of the dream space, or
Kind of. It. As Ekaterina sits down, she notices you. She tilts her head. Does justice start with asking for forgiveness from the people this country has wronged? She doesn't think you're actually Yume. She thinks you're part of the dream. How do you ask for forgiveness when the things that were done were unforgivable? And now the dream is actually starting to fade. There's not much else for you to see here.
I start sweating.
love a moral quandary.
Yeah, Yume, you might as well exit the dream.
I know she's going back to. It seems like Yekaterina has woken up. Yume's going back to her own mind.
All right. You open your eyes. You're back at the little table. If you look over at Yekaterina, you will see her just staring at the ceiling. She's in her own little world, but it seems she has woken up.
Oh, bless you.
Salud!
I'm so
Hey,
sorry.
hey, in canon, Gerard does that in the bed next to Giuseppe, and Giuseppe goes,
But no, I think
Oh
I think Yume gets up from where she kind of fell asleep at the table and walks
Sorry.
walks over to walks over to where Yekaterina is just staring at the ceiling. I'm going to ask you again. Why do you want this?
She blinks for a second, looks at you. She makes direct eye contact with you, and you see realization flash across her face. Ah. you ever done something not necessarily because you want to, but because you feel you need to?
You see Yume's resolve kind of falter there. Like, in a way that she knows the answer, but I don't think Yume exactly answers her.
Yucatalina, she sighs. For all that my parents may have failed in the sense of letting me live, they were right in the sense that nobility comes with responsibility. We may have been banished from the Tsardom, but the Tsardom has not been banished from us. I am, at the end of the day, Ekaterina Romanovna, and in my blood is a duty to this land that will not stop until I either turn to ash or succeed. Do I want it? No, I think I would have preferred to stay with Cece at her little manor. But, little dream walker, it's not about what we want, is it? There is so much wrong with this country. Part of it is part of that comes from people who often doing what they want instead of what they need.
She been away from Roos?
About 200 years. But in vampire terms, that's not much. She was in Druce long enough for it to be her home. Regardless of how long she was away.
Because I mean, she was raised there, so
She was raised there, and then when she was turned, she lived another 50 years there before being banished. She's spent an entire human lifetime in this country.
Yeah, but she's also been gone for several human lifetimes. Things can change a lot in 200 years. Even vampires are not.
yeah. But I think like I mean, this is
Mm,
Gunter's character, but like this is me just saying. I think where you're raised as like a vampire always ends up being a part of you. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
You
Yeah,
know
like
what
that's
they
just
say?
discussion.
You can take the girl off the farm, but you can't take the
Take the
farm
farm
out the
out of the
girl.
girl.
it's like that. If you were to say that to Catalina, she would respond with the sunsets in Avalon are nice, but they're not the sunsets, and they never will be. She looks at you. Miss Finch, what do you want? Or no, what do you think needs to happen for the wrongs of this country to start being set right? As someone who was dealt many wrongs,
She can question for a minute. I think you need to prove to the people that you're going to be different. That you're going to treat everyone with kindness. And it's not going to be just me that you need to convince.
True.
And I know that it's going to take a lot longer than just one human lifetime to fix that.
You catch Lena, she working a wry little grin. I've already lived several of those. What's a few more?
But I hope you mean that.
Let me tell you a story. And it may help explain to you why I'm willing to do this even if I don't want to. Before we were exiled, my family had many estates, really. We were quite rich. And on these estates, as with many others, we had peasants, serfs to work the land. We held them in serfdom. That is something that cannot be shied away from, but we were kinder than quite a few other landlords. I grew up only knowing to treat the serfs with an authoritative respect. They ought to listen to what we had to say, but I was taught to not treat them like dirt, treat them like people. One day I visited another estate owned by I don't even remember the name of this family. They were so irrelevant. But they had nobility and therefore land. And whether it was their inferiority compared to other nobles or just their own sense of entitlement, they were not as kind to their serfs. I watched a man dragged up to a wheel. He was broken on it. They didn't kill him before breaking him on it, they let him die from the breaking. Which is something that isn't done even to the most hardened of criminals by the state. He'd stolen a piece of bread from their kitchen. And all I could do was watch. Thinking to myself, oh, if I was in charge, I would make this never happen again. But with thoughts like that, I just sat there and watched. I have in my hands now the chance to actually put those thoughts into action. And maybe I'm not the most perfect person, but I'd rather not let a chance like that go to waste. That's the end of my story.
Yeah.
Damn,
No,
everyone.
no.
We're in it tonight.
Vibes around the campfire, y'all.
Yeah, you may. She does listen. And oof. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Oh boy.
She's going she's going to sit down again, like at the little table. Turns the chair around to face her.
Quick question before we continue: is Lady awake?
I was gonna ask,
She's
like,
just
has Lady
been
just been
fucking
listening
laying
to
there.
this?
Lady is just staring at the ceiling like, what the fuck?
She's just been like laying there, like, I guess I'm gonna have an existential crisis now. Excellent. I'm gonna pretend I'm still asleep. Nobody's
She
fucking
doesn't e-
noticed.
She doesn't even sleep. She's just pretending to sleep, which is something she doesn't do.
Sorry, lady. Sorry, lady.
She's like, I can't leave now.
Here's the thing, all things considered, this is pretty on par for a girl sleepover, so
This is
Yeah.
this is how girls' sleepovers happen.
Yeah.
Sarah,
Uh.
I still think back to that one time y'all were watching one of the Barbie movies, and you would get up and shout every few minutes, "This is why you must dismantle the patriarchy."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was right.
That was Barbie's Princess and the Pauper.
Pauper. It's
Yeah.
girl sleepover time.
Had
Yeah.
Preminger in it. I channel him a lot.
Had
Pre-
Preminger in it.
Preminger.
Preminger.
Anyway,
Wasn't he played
so-
by, what was it?
it was Martin Short.
It's Martin Short.
Yeah.
Short. But yeah, so
Lady, if you want to say anything, you are free to. Otherwise, you can just be sitting there like, I know they're having an existential crisis, but I gotta pee.
She's having an existential crisis right now, and she's very much considering leaving out the window.
What did she do
Oh.
when she heard the Gerard sneeze?
That's what
She
woke her
muttered
up.
"bless you" under her breath, and nobody heard her. She's having a bad
so-
time. She would like to leave.
Oh,
but yeah,
no.
so Yume's gonna pull that chair so that like it's obvious she's still talking to her, right?
Mhm.
And she kind of closes her eyes and takes a breath. One thing I know is that you're going to have to understand the situations of the people in your country. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to tell you my story now. Because that story you just told me, it means nothing if you can't continue to empathize with those around you. Do you understand?
Ekaterina nods.
She takes in another breath. I was 6. My parents were they were former sailors. They were working odd jobs in Mazov. Just trying to raise their child. Just trying to make things better for their child. They were doing all right for themselves. They had a modest house in a Dreamwalker neighborhood in Mazov. Better off than some, but well, better off than most Dreamwalkers, I guess I should say. And someone decided they did not like that. One night I was up late reading. I knew my parents were asleep just across the hall. But I heard footsteps coming down the hallway. I heard shouting, doors slamming, and then nothing for a minute. I hid under the bed because I was so scared. I didn't know who these men were. I heard voices. I had no idea who they were. I don't even think they knew I was there. Next thing I knew, I saw smoke coming out from my parents' bedroom. They'd been trapped in there. You see her kind of like shift her sleeve to show her burn scars. I tried to get them out. It didn't work. By the time I got out, I could. Huh?
No, you're good. Go ahead.
No, Nikki. What? Say something. What's going on?
Please imagine Lady just fucking laying there, her eyes getting goddamn wider. She's like, please. Okay, please continue. I apologize.
Lady is trapped in the space. Please continue.
Damn it! I'm trying to tell a serious story here.
I'm so sorry.
As by the time I realized I couldn't get them out, I tried to run out of the house. Something behind me exploded. And the next, I don't really remember much after that. I just know I was lying in the street, screaming for someone, anyone, to come and help me. I couldn't move, I couldn't breathe. That fire spread, it burned the entire damn neighborhood down. The only reason I survived was because my adopted father ended up finding me, and he did the best he could to patch me up. Took about a month for me to stop wishing he hadn't. The end of her story.
Okay, Ekaterina is listening with rapt attention. There isn't a visible reaction from her at first, but she eventually reaches over and gives your hand a gentle squeeze. I cannot understand what you had to go through. You should probably hate me. I know a bit about what happened with the Dreamwalkers and Masov after it was conquered. And while I was not directly involved, I offer you deepest, sincerest apologies I can. What my people did to yours was wrong. And if you are willing, I would want your help to try and fix what was done. I will not ask that you forgive the unforgivable. But I will ask that you give us a chance to make it right.
No one else should have to go through what I did. No one. Of course I'll help you. I became a vampire so I could help the Dreamwalkers. And if you're promising to make things better, damn right I'm on your team.
Well, from what I hear, holding the axe makes me comparable to Beezus, so I can fix it.
Oh yeah, I'm basically God, so I think we got this. Girl boss.
Girl boss, high five.
Girl boss.
My god. If I can't fix it, I'm not sure who can. I will put out there that it is 10:30. If you guys want to keep going, I'm down. But if you would like to stop, I think we are approaching a good point.
I think as it is Yume having a conversation right now. I think that's partly up to her,
Oh.
but also partly up to
Left. Oh my
anyone.
god.
Oh god, what happened?
Gunter left for a
Um,
second. He's
I
back now.
got booted for a second.
Oh no.
Oh
On your
no!
own D&D sesh.
In my own D&D sesh.
Damn.
Anyway, Sarah, what were
Yeah,
you
that might be a
saying?
sign to wrap it up soon.
I can hear the wind so fucking loud outside. I was saying
Same.
I would say that decision is probably up to mostly to Yume or anyone left who still wanted to maybe have a conversation. Gerard has been very quiet because he's just not a sharing person.
He's having
like-
his blankie mode.
Gerard's good. He's fine. He sneezed real loud and now he's back to sleep.
Yeah, he's still a sleepy.
Okay. So it sounds like what we need to do then, Yume and Yekaterina will wrap up this conversation, and then we will have morning happen
Mm.
and wrap up.
The conversation
anything
was
that-
wrapped up.
The conversation's done? Okay.
That's I kind of thought so.
Okay.
Unless Yekaterina had more to say to Yume.
Not really, to be honest. Okay, then that's wrapped up. Shit, in that case, is there anything that anyone else wants to do? Any life-changing field trips or admissions you want to make, since that's apparently the session for this?
But we've had so many of those tonight. If
We have
anyone
had
else
at
has
least, like-
anything to say, we all gotta sit down.
We gotta
Hello?
sit down tonight.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Can't hear
That's
us anymore,
probably a
can he?
Can't hear us.
Oh no.
Gunter,
Oh
no.
my God,
Gunter,
Gunter.
come,
Oh my god, Gunter can't hear us. Oh no.
Gunter, come back. You can blame it all.
Gunter, come back to the
on me.
light.
More than
Possible
ever.
scenario.
The sounds
God.
happening here.
Stop it.
Yeah, I think that's a sign to start wrapping it up.
Oh man, can you hear us again?
That's the second time in like 5 minutes. Yeah, I can hear you
Yeah,
now.
we gotta listen. The storms are coming.
The storms are coming.
Storms
yeah.
are
coming.
coming.
There's
The
a
devil's
storm
come down to
coming.
Georgia in the form of a thunderstorm. We gotta get off the
Yeah,
internet,
that's probably
y'all.
gonna. For those of you out of state or just like not in the immediate area, it's storming pretty bad over here, and that's probably going to interfere with internets. Yeah, I think we'll call it here. We've had plenty of.
I hope
life-changing field
everyone.
trips with
I hope
Zuko.
everyone in the audience took notes.
God. Alina, I will be looking at your notes.
Oh
for
yeah.
this session. I'm going to fucking need them.
Please send those.
Yeah, no, I will. I've done my best to get a little bit of everything, but I mean, we all
was
know
a
each
lot.
other. We can fill in where needed. But yeah, there's a bunch of bullet points. So
Also, there's going to be a VOD uploaded to YouTube at some point. Go watch that, you filthy
exactly,
animal.
yeah.
Yeah, go check out the links in our abouts page. We have our YouTube channel where we post literally everything that happens on this Twitch channel. We also have Till Death Do Us Nart, our Naruto character analysis and lifestyle podcast. That Alina,
good.
Sarah, and I do together. It is on hiatus. We are trying to get it back up off the ground. I swear we are.
We're
We had a
moving.
very
We're gonna
nice-
happen.
We had a very nice comment on our YouTube channel that from somebody who said they wanted to hear more Till Death Do Us Nart. We're bringing it back. We're trying so hard. We'll bring you more updates as that progresses. But on that note, hey, like, comment, subscribe. YouTube, Tumblr, Twitter, TikTok. Leave us
Carrier
a little
pigeon.
message. Yes. Heck, just
Pony
leave us a little
Express.
message. A key smash, a little smiley face, anything. It will make our day, and it'll also help us make more of the content that you want to see. So absolutely do all that good stuff. I know every content creator on the internet says all that. It really does help us. It really does keep us motivated. I'm dead serious about that. If you want to see us play more Among Us, tell us to play more Among Us. If you want to see us play more Jackbox games, tell us that. If there's a game on Saturday Faves that you want us to see, we're listening.
So, Alyssa, enlighten me, because I am looking at this little meter. What happens if we get to 50 followers?
You know, I haven't decided yet. That's a mystery.
That's a
that's
secret
a mystery
mouse tool.
achievement.
Yeah, we'll
that's a
find out.
mystery achievement that we'll be using later. But we haven't decided yet.
When we get to 50
We're still...
followers, you will get a premium Elfcock session.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. Elfcock
not on
ASMR
this channel.
Brought to you
Not
by
on
the
this
cast
channel.
of-
Elfcock ASMR.
Go ahead, hit us up on our Twitter, on our Tumblr. We have our lovely little calendars up on those two chats. Oh no.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, we got to wrap up. It's coming up.
I'm working on it. Sorry. No,
the
I
ship's
stopped
sinking,
talking.
lads.
No, Gunter, you didn't stop hearing us. I stopped talking because Katie messaged me. I'm blaming our tech crew.
Damn.
Don't blame
love you,
Katie.
Don't
I
blame
love you, Katie.
She's
The
one keeping this whole thing together. Oh no.
Oh no.
Alyssa, you've made
make
God
the tech
angry.
crew angry.
Oh no. Go check us out on our Twitter, on our Tumblr. We have our lovely little calendars that our wonderful tech crew makes.
Thank you to Katie.
Thank you, Katie.
They look
Everyone say
great.
thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Katie.
If you never see Alyssa again, you know it's because Katie wrought her punishment.
Thank you to Katie, who had to sit on the fact that I named my character Dio Brando for a year and couldn't say anything about it. You're a real one for
that. Then check out our TikTok. Katie's the one that handles all of that too. Every asset on this channel is really like 90% her, at least. And it's kind of incredible. She does so much.
I may paint the walls of this place. She actually builds the space.
Yeah. Basically, yes. We love you, Katie. So yeah, go check out our TikTok. That's where we post our funnier highlights. Also advertise like what streams we're doing that day. That kind of thing. We'll be back next Friday for Final Fantasy XIV Friday. We also have I believe, are we having a Genshin stream next week, Katie? You're allowed to come off of mute.
Let me check, actually. I have to, glance at the calendar, too.
I thought we were having one next week.
I'm pretty sure y'all are, because me and Sarah will be gone next week.
Yeah, I think next week the plan was,
yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's Wind Waker and then
Friday.
Genshin. Alright, cool.
Yeah, so we have our Genshin. We're back to playing Genshin Impact next week.
Which means I have to build Scaramouche.
Scaramouche. But yeah, we also started our Wind Waker randomizer for Saturday Faves this week. So we'll be doing that every Saturday this month until we finish the game, I guess. Or find out that we can't, which isn't supposed to be possible.
It's not supposed to happen, but
But it could.
We'll find out.
You never know.
We
It's
will
like how
find out.
eventually
Oh!
AFCO will run out of things to do. Eventually.
And on the 25th of this month, we have, which is our next, would normally be our next Journey to Midnight session. We have a very special session, one-shot session coming up that day that Sarah is game mastering. It's called Night Shift. Sarah, do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. I would love to talk about Night Shift.
It's a different Journey to Midnight.
So, yeah, it is actually a different Journey to Midnight. What that campaign will be about is that it will essentially follow our fearless heroes as they take on the task of working an overnight shift at a gas station in the middle of nowhere, which, as some people know, is actually scarier than fighting vampires or eldritch beings. And also, you're only paid like maybe minimum wage for it. This game is done in a game system that in itself is called Night Shift. You can find it for free. If someone made you pay for Night Shift, you got scammed. Um, and it is essentially, I actually don't know. I know it's open source, but I believe some people on like slash G came up with it a couple years back and developed it for anyone to play. I heavily suggest it. It's a really cool tabletop. It's mostly narrative based, not a lot of stat building. So if you enjoy doing funny man stuff like I do, I heavily
So few
suggest it to
rules.
force your friends to play. Super great. So we will take that one on the 25th, right?
Oh, there is a link to it, Secret. Yes, it is 25th. There is a link to it, Secret. We can post that on our Twitter.
Yeah, I was about to say I'd love to like link the page that I got it off of just so like more people traffic
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We can definitely post that on our Twitter. And on our Tumblr. Haha. Go follow us there. Stay in the loop.
Stay in the loop.
And so a lot of good streams coming up the rest of this month. So make sure you're there. If you're not, no big deal. Everything ends up on the YouTube channel. You can get caught up there. Love the YouTube channel. Go hit subscribe there. Leave us a little comment. And in the meantime, have a great rest of your night. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there. We love you. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.